Round of applause. We'll take it. We'll take it. Welcome, 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 welcome to SOSCAST, the sexiest financial show in the world, only here on Valuetainment. This is where finance meets romance. We keep things real sexy. How you doing, Nat? You doing a little Instagram story?
Yes.
Not now, baby girl. Anyway, you know what we do here. My name is Adam Sosnick. You can call me Sos. That's why we call it the SOSCAST. And I brought an amazing panel.
Yes.
We're going to see them in a second. We're going to get to know them in a second. Natalia's here. You made it to the big girl seat. You're no longer over there in the kiddie corner. Congratulations. And you know what we do here, Nat?
Yes.
We've got one goal, we've got one purpose, we've got one reason why we do this show. We want to see you guys out there get paid, laid, and do it your way. Brady, you're okay with that?
I'm A-okay with that.
Rather get paid or laid?
Both.
Or would you rather do it your way?
I'd rather get laid right now, though, personally.
Okay, ladies on the panel, meet Brady.
For just being honest.
Before we meet our amazing, sexy, well-versed, rich, some may say controversial panel. Let's talk about some of the topics that we're going to be discussing today. You guys okay with that?
Pretty please.
So this is going to be what I would call sort of an old school SOSCAST show. For our friends at home that are watching, that are listening, we'll dabble in some topics, some red pill stuff. We'll have crazy people on the show like Zerka. We'll have Fresh and Fit on the show. They're dating relationships. You know, those guys are G's. We'll have Nick Fuentes in the panel. We'll get down some racist and anti-Semitic tropes. We'll go down that path.
Damn.
We'll have some business guys on.
Yep.
We'll have, you know, what I would call classy gentlemen like Justin Waller on. We have all sorts of guys on the panel. But today is, I would say, old school because we're going to be talking a little bit more about money and what's important for men and women when it comes to your financial lifestyle, dating, red flags to look for. So when I say this is kind of an old school show, we're just going to kind of go back to the framework of the finance and the romance that we do here on the SOSCAST. So here's some of the stories that we're going to be talking about today. Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and need to hunker down. We'll see if our panel is feeling any recessionary activities in their lifestyle. The number one thing that is keeping you broke, Kevin, we'll talk about that with your line of work. Bottle service girl comes to the epiphany, the reality that she doesn't want to become a real estate agent and has a mental breakdown. We'll talk about that. We'll reference the GOAT, the legend, Kevin Samuels, and we'll talk about the importance of women's age and their sexual market value when it comes to knowing when to hold them, knowing when to fold them. Five financial red flags of dating. When gold digging goes wrong, we'll discuss that. And if we have time, oops, it happened again. Brittney Spears just got divorced. So,
oh gosh,
terrifying.
I know. So if Brittney Spears hollers at you, you're taking that call, right?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in her TikTok videos any day.
There we go. Yep. Well, with that being said, let's meet our lovely panel. Thank you guys for being here today. Looking straight at the camera right now. Thank you guys for being here. Before we meet our panel, let's meet the baddie with the Jamaican patty with the fatty. I call her Natty. Wow. She's here. Sometimes she's mad at me, sometimes she's sad at me, but she's always glad that I keep her on the show. Glad with me.
It's a whole song.
Natty.
quite the nickname.
I say this all the time. This is what a man will do for a woman, but a woman will never do for a man. When I met Nat, she was homeless, penniless, shoeless. She had nothing going on in her life. I said, I like that smile. Let's get your ass out of the garbage can. Come here. You're going to be my co-host. We're going to clean your ass up. We're going to give you a shower. Here's a dress. Here's an outfit. Here's an OnlyFans account. Boom. Go make it something for your life, girl. Boom.
Account.
Look at her now. You think a woman's doing that for a man, Brady?
No, I don't.
You're a good-looking guy. You got things going on in your life. No woman's going to come clean you up, say, let me take you in, give you a job. No, it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen
This
that
is
way.
what I did for Natty, the fatty with the baddie.
I mean, that's very nice of you, too.
This is what I do.
And do you still have the OnlyFans?
Actually, not
She
a
goes
lot
on
of that is
Only
true.
Feet. Only Feet.
Now we're talking.
Does her only
she does
feet.
have nice feet.
She's missing about 3 toes because I sold them shits.
I know you
Big Lebowski style.
Wow.
But
Yes.
Nat, I appreciate you being here. Before we meet our amazing panel
Yes.
of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 women, 2 gentlemen.
Yes.
No trannies today, Amy.
Aww.
You never know, though.
No, Vinny.
Nat, what do you
Yes.
want the panel to know? I know you're going to be doing a lot of energetic super chat.
Yes. So
ahead.
happy SOSCAST Day. We are super excited to bring to you all the beautiful panel we have today. I'll be reading super chats, super high energy for
Yeah,
the
you
Sauce
will.
because he loves when I'm high energy. So I'm super excited. First, before we go any further, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff because today's should be very spicy with the topics that we're going to be covering. And I'm super excited. I kind of want to just get this ball rolling. You know, it is Friday, so let's get this Friday party started.
Let's get
Let's start with the ladies, and then
Yes.
we'll go to the gentlemen. Usually, ladies first, but today,
Of course.
sometimes we do the gentlemen first, sometimes we do the ladies. Let's meet the ladies, and then we'll meet the gentlemen. Is that okay with you guys?
Fair enough.
Okay. Zena's here.
Zena's here.
Just to clear the air, we met you when? At the Fresh
for
and
the
Fit
Fresh
panel
and Fit
here.
panel,
You've worked with
yeah.
them for a while.
Over a year.
They're friends of ours.
Can you put her up?
You're on your own. They released you from your cage.
What?
What?
No, I recruit.
Just kidding.
Yes. Okay, I
Just
recruit
kidding.
girls for the Fresh and Fit podcast,
Yes.
but I am Zena the witch.
The
I
witch?
do witchcraft. Yes.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Like witchcraft?
Can we
Yeah, I
switch
sell
seats?
witchcraft.
Oh, girl, I got my cross on today.
I'm kidding. I'm
Let's
kidding.
talk-
Jesus is king. Don't
Let's
worry.
talk after
Jesus
the
is
show.
king. Christ is king.
Okay.
No, but I'm a streamer now. I stream and I make anime, manga. I write, and I'm a painter.
Oh.
Nice.
Creative.
We're going to ask all the girls the same kind of questions, just so you know what you do for work and your relationship status. So you just kind of told us what you did for work. You did some witchcraft, some anime.
Work for another one of the greatest podcasts in Florida. Relationship status, I'm kind of seeing somebody. And then, what was the other one? Oh, education, homeschooling, and what else?
No, I didn't ask about your education,
Oh.
but that's.
Good answer, though.
But you're kind of seeing somebody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like being pregnant. Are you seeing someone or are you not seeing
Oh, well,
someone?
I'm seeing somebody.
like being
Okay.
Yes, I'm
pregnant.
seeing
Yeah.
somebody.
How long has it
recently.
been?
I've been talking to him for like 2 months, but we kind of just started to establish that.
It's the kind of phase. I get it. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
We're kind of dating. I don't know. We're kind of
Well-
pregnant. I don't know. Just
Yeah, maybe
Kinda,
I'm
you
kind
know, we're
yeah,
kinda
I'm
doing our
kinda
thing.
pregnant. I mean, I'm not exploring my options, so.
well, good for
Do you think he's watching this right now?
Oh, I know he is. 100%.
No.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's kind of good to see you, buddy.
Do you do any witchcraft? Do you do any witchcraft on him?
Hey, friend.
Yeah.
Not that he knows of, right?
Moving right along, the lovely Amy Dangerfield is here.
Danger.
Sorry. You know I'm a big fan of your Uncle Rodney,
Yep.
of course. Amy, I know you do high ticket sales. We know you from Australia.
Yep.
You got it going on. You get in fights with trannies all the time on the show.
That's only here, okay?
Okay.
Only on
Love it.
Valuetainment.
Of course. Well, that's what we're known for. What's new with you, Amy?
Really just same old. Making plans to go out to California again next month. Gonna be on whatever, so doing a couple of shows out there. But really same thing, working the same job, still single, still, yeah, pretty much exactly the same
Consistent,
as,
persistent,
exactly,
resistant
exactly.
to these men out there?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that I'm pretty open to start dating again soon, though. But we'll
Let's
see.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the Pandora's box of the opening look like?
Oh.
What do you mean by that?
You're saying you're open to it now. Right
Yeah.
now, I assume that means you're closed off to it. What
Well,
needs
yeah,
to
it's
happen?
because I got out of a 4-year relationship, like
Gotcha.
maybe about 3 months ago. So it's kind of getting to that point where it's like, okay,
Okay.
put yourself back out there.
All right.
So,
Well, welcome back.
thank you.
The great attitude, the lovely Natalie's here. She's back. Blonde bombshell. What's new with you?
Hi, Adam. I went rock climbing last weekend.
Oh.
Wow.
Everything else is very much the same. Still single as a Pringle. But I went rock climbing and that was really fun. You should try it.
You went rock climbing here?
Yeah, in
What rocks?
Oakland Park. It's
Oh.
called Project Rock is the name of the place. 60-foot wall.
I can't even count to 60.
Oh my God. If you look up from the floor, you'll literally get like a kink in your neck from just doing that.
Wow.
It's crazy. But anyways, that's about all that's new, Adam.
All right. Single as a Pringle, and she's doing some rock climbing.
Yeah.
So all you X Games guys out there you go. Before we go to our couch panel over there, let's get back to the gentleman over here. We got Brady in the house, Brady
Yeah.
Matthews.
How are you? Hi, ladies.
He's a
How are
new
you?
talent here at Valuetainment.
Single.
Single.
Yep.
So you're a comedian?
Stand-up comedian. Yep, I go on the road and do stand-up, even though I'm not very funny right now, but we'll get there, I guess.
We'll
right?
get there. We're working our way up to it. They said
Sure.
you got to have him on the show. He's going to make everybody laugh.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
We're going to see what happens.
Right.
But you moved here from Vegas.
Yep, moved here from Vegas. Was in a 10-year relationship. and then we split up. So then I came here to work at Valuetainment and do sketches with Vinny's dumbass and have a good time.
Nice.
So,
Well,
No, I
just
love Vinny, I'm joking.
get ready to do a lot of inappropriate stuff.
I mean, we did that the other day. I was Hunter Biden through the hallways with my shirt off the other day.
Nice.
So.
Well, just make sure to bring some crack with you.
I did. The whole thing's about crack.
Okay.
The whole thing's about crack. So you'll see it.
Natalie's doing some rock climbing. You can do some rock smoking with
Right.
Hunter.
I like that.
So we can do
type
all that.
in there.
Rocks.
So, and your relationship status?
Single.
Single.
Yep. Totally.
A lot of single. Is anybody in a relationship here? There we go. We'll meet the rest of our panel.
Great.
Kevin Riva's in the house. Kevin,
sir.
Riva Transportation.
Yes, sir.
You live in Colombia.
I just moved to Colombia 2 months ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Where were you
great.
living before that?
Here in Miami.
Nice. Where'd
Miami's
you grow up?
amazing. I was born in Puerto Rico, grew up in Peru, moved to Miami about 10 years ago, and now I'm in Colombia.
So you're hitting that Latin American swing
Yeah.
right there. Puerto
Yeah,
Rico,
yeah.
Miami, Colombia, Peru.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. How's your Spanish?
First language. Same English and Spanish, so pretty
Okay.
much about the same fluent.
Talk to Natalia in Spanish. She loves that language.
¿Qué quieres que te diga? Conversamos.
Muy
Vamos a
bien.
hablar al público en español.
Muy bien.
He said you got a fat booty girl. He wants to holler. What?
Yeah, this is why I speak English.
Oh, she doesn't speak any Spanish, so we can say anything.
Barely English.
So, Kevin, what do you do for work?
So I own a limo company that I run here in Miami. I help business owners, executives, and families save time every day by providing chauffeur services. So I've been doing that for a few years and just going full throttle with it.
What kind of cars are in your fleet?
We have sprinters, sedans, and SUVs.
So no actual limos.
No stretch limos. So they just call it like a limo service, but
Yeah.
it's just like a chauffeur service.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
It
No
used to be
stretch
cool to
limos.
be in a limo.
It used
Now
to
it's
be
all
cool.
about like the big black SUV vibe.
Exactly. That or
Well, it's about
sprinters.
the party bus too, right?
Yeah.
The party
yeah.
bus
The
too?
party bus.
It's more convenient to ride around in that than a limo also in Miami.
I don't know. I
too.
think limos are kind of gangster, old school.
Yeah, but limos you have to climb
Fair.
over everybody, and it's like so awkward.
Yeah,
How do
And
you
now
get
they got
in
the
there,
sprinters.
like-
The sprinters are outdating the limos because the limos are just kind of like old school. I'm not
Right.
gonna say tacky, but it's just like old school.
I mean,
now
bro,
the new thing
yeah.
is like the sprinters.
I don't know.
Okay.
Limos are seem to be a little bit.
All right. And
outdated.
what's your relationship status?
Single.
Well, if you're in Medellin,
my man?
stay strong, my brother. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Well, excited to hear what you have to say on some of these topics today. Someone else I'm excited to hear what they have to say is Big Thing.
Hi.
Hey, y'all. Where we at, Jorge? With the hey, y'all? Pixie, what's going on?
I am still single, still streaming, and still happy to be here. You know, arguing back and forth sometimes, having fun other times.
All the time. Kevin, help Pixie out. Pull that lever down on that side. Yeah, just pull that down, and Pixie, you bring it up.
Watch your face.
Nope, the other way.
Oh, up.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Pixie, how's that?
Does this work?
Yeah.
You tell me, Pixie. I'm not used to having things thrown in my face like that. That's more your vibe. What? I'm saying microphone. She's a streamer.
Behave.
Everyone's so inappropriate. Pixie, is that better?
Yeah, I think this works.
Okay. Any boyfriends in your life? Any girlfriends in your life?
No, not yet. Maybe soon. We'll see.
All right. Well, guys, you slide in on Pixie's DMs. She's ready to answer all your questions. She's got a great attitude. So look at those double thumbs up, okay? For Pixie. And then Maria's in the house.
Hola, hello.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. She speaks Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hello, yes. I
¿Cómo estás, Maria?
She sings too. Did you hear she was
Muy
singing?
bien, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a singer,
Me encanta. Okay,
a
perfecto.
songwriter, and a DJ.
Okay, so you're a singer?
Songwriter.
Songwriter?
And DJ.
Turn her up, Jorge. We'd like to hear her sing a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you want to sing something?
Right now.
Sí, ahora. I believe I can fly. Okay, go. Oh, my bad.
one.
Y yo te voy a, well, let
Go
me-
for it.
Just do it.
Baby. Okay, great. Let me love you like no one ever loved you. You're the only one I wanna keep forever. Oh, and if you stay, I swear I pay your bills.
Oh, you gonna pay my bills? Shit, I'm just looking for somebody.
That was
Let me tell you something. Is that the last line of the song? I've been paying girls' bills
love
way
freestyle.
too long. I am burnt out. I'm looking for somebody to pay my bills. Respect.
Mel.
Thank you, Maria. What's your relationship status? Because with that beautiful singing voice, you must have guys
Oh, yeah.
giving you all the
chulos.
flowers in el mundo.
I have an open relationship.
Open relationship?
Nice.
Yeah, just because, you know, he's a little bit
Jorge,
like
can we
a
turn her up,
hoe.
please, buddy?
He's like a little bit like a hoe, but he loves me. I track him, he tracks me, you know, we are together. He's a DJ too.
Did you say
Did
he
you say
tracks
track
you
or
and
He
you track
tracks
him?
me. He tracks me.
So you guys have each other's
He tracks me.
coordinates?
Find my friends. He sees me everywhere I go.
Okay. All right, guys. Stop talking.
I see him everywhere he goes to.
Wait,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's an open relationship, but you guys track each other? That's confusing as fuck.
It's because it's because like he tells me everything he does. You
Uh-huh.
know, there's no lies in the relationship,
Sure.
but he has a daughter.
Wow.
Okay. That's not weird at all, but congratulations
Yeah.
on that.
Thank you.
On your
That's great.
open slash
love it.
Yeah,
stalker
open because I
relationship.
like women. Like I like women. I love women. Like genuinely.
You
I
like
have a
men or women
girlfriend-
better?
I like men, but I like women too.
Okay.
She says she likes.
So it's not
No, no, the
50-50.
woman
Is it 50-50 men, women? Guys, this isn't a joke. Let Maria
Yes,
do her
of
thing.
course, 100%.
Probably.
Like for me, it's 100% women, 0% men, right? For Natalie, it's
100
100.
women, 100
Natalia, it's 100% men, 0% women.
like both.
What's your
I'm-
breakdown? Are you
I'm
50-50?
It depends how she's feeling that day.
50-50, even Steven. Chetzi,
Yeah,
chetzi.
yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, what was that?
That's Hebrew for half-half.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, chetzi, chetzi. All right, well, that means both Natalia and I got a chance.
She's in love with me.
What is
I'm
that?
gonna take that as a
Is that-
yes.
is that cat for yes?
Yeah.
That's cat for yes.
That was, come get some cat food. All right, Maria. I can tell we're gonna have a great time today. To your left is Erin. Erin just showed up. She's Pixie's friend. We got her last minute. She was in the audience. We said, "Get your little pretty ass on stage." Boom! Look at you now.
And look at me now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your turn.
Look at that.
Erin, what's your story?
My name's Erin. I'm AKA Straighterade online.
Straighterade?
Straighterade.
Like Gatorade, Haterade, Straighterade.
Yeah. Exactly.
Are you straight?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Common mistake. I made it because I'm straight edge, but I'm not actually heterosexual now.
So you're a lesbian.
Close. I'm like bisexual or pansexual.
Guys, there's so many things going on these
I-
days.
dude,
What happened? Just meat and potatoes.
I
Well,
can't
good
keep-
for you.
I can't keep up.
So you're Peter Pan sexual?
Correct. Yes.
Nice. What does that mean exactly?
That's a new one, actually. Usually the like lame joke is like, oh, I'm sexually attracted to pans, but I never heard Peter Pan. I like that one.
There you go.
Yeah,
Neverland.
I don't have any sort of like particular gender that I find myself more or less attracted to, so I can't give you like a percentage breakdown, unfortunately.
Just for the record, you know, it could be a very short or long answer. How many genders are there?
I'm gonna give the Joe Biden answer because he said there's at least 3. So
Yeah. And what are they again?
male, female, non-binary.
Right.
Got it.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
Last but not least, someone I'm very confident is a woman. Yeah. As our friend Rissa. Rissa's in the house. Rissa Michelle. Rissa, what's your last name?
Panagos, it's Greek.
That's right. Pananos.
Yes,
Rissa, you're in school.
I am.
You're finishing up at UF.
I am.
You're getting your body right. You're getting your mind right. You're
I'm
getting your
doing a
game
lot.
tight. You're doing your thing.
I'm doing a lot.
What's new?
Well, I did sign up to reinstate my NASM for personal training, and I also signed up to do my CWC, which is a certified wellness certification. So it'll kind of take my NASM like a step up. So I'll be able to advise on more than just personal training aspects, but also on like wellness, kind of like a carry on to my degree, I would say. So, and that's what I want. I kind of want the most things as possible to put out there, like that I am the most knowledgeable about my skill of like fitness
Okay.
and stuff. I'm on a very exciting couch, though. That's what I learned in the last 5 minutes.
Well, you got a pansexual. You got a 50-50 situation going on. You got Pixie's down to party. So you
It's like
guys,
a hot limo ride.
yeah,
right
it's
here.
like a hot limo ride. Kevin, let's just throw all these chicks in one of your limos and have a good thing. Last but not least, we got Deli on the 1s and 2s over there. You might remember this face. You've seen him on a milk carton. You've seen him on a Most Wanted
That's my son.
thing. That's Brady's son.
Yep.
Deli's in the house. Deli, what's the one thing you want people to know about you, buddy?
I'm chilling.
Deli's chilling.
So you're my kid.
Nice.
I love it.
Well, that's why we have Deli here. He's a talker, man of many words. With that being said, it's great to have everybody here.
Let's get it.
We ready to start the show?
Let's do it.
Nat, any final announcements? Anything that we got to do before we start this thing?
Like the video, subscribe.
All right. So, Deli, just know that we can go any direction here, but we're going to start with our first story. So, guys, I told you we're going to kind of keep it old school and talk money for a second. Mm-hmm. Here's what's going on in the economy. If you want to pull this up. So, breaking news, this is according to Wall Street Journal, according to Fox News. Americans are now living paycheck to paycheck more than ever, and they need to hunker down and save their pennies, all right? So there's a lot of mixed signals that it's actually happening in the economy these days. Inflation's actually been cooling down. It was at 8-9% a year ago. Now it's closer to like 3%. They're bringing it down. Shout out to Jerome Powell. Unemployment's at all-time lows, 3.5%. Stock market rebounding. I think they're like at 19%. But without getting way into the bog, into all that stuff, it's actually not all that pretty.
No.
61% of adults are living paycheck to paycheck. The typical worker takes home about $3,300 a month, which is 40 grand a year. That's just median income. Renters and homeowners are spending the monthly average of $2,700 on housing. That's 85% of their pay. It shouldn't be as much as 30%. So people are spending a ton of money just to live. Credit card debt has now reached the $1 trillion level. We know that student loans have reached a $1 trillion level. Debt in this country, the massive debt, 26 trillion, whatever it is. Mortgage rates are also at their highest level since 2001, I think approaching 7%. But coupled with that, everywhere I look, there's Insta girls all around the world in Ibiza, and Saint-Tropez, and St. Bart's. They're traveling the world, living their best life.
Of course.
So which way is it? So, ladies, let's just answer just directly. Is it save that money season, or is it spend that money season? What are you guys doing? Amy, you're working in high ticket sales. You see what's going on out there. Mm-hmm. Where are you at these days? You saving, you spending? How are you handling your money situation?
I'm always try to take a more frugal approach to my finances. I made a lot of money very quickly when I was younger, and as that income continued to rise, my lifestyle pretty much rose with it to the point where it was equally growing proportionate to my income. And then, same situation at the end of the month, you're pretty much back to square one, living paycheck to paycheck, even making six figures sometimes. So that is a lesson that I learned very, very, very early on. Like at minimum, you need to at least be saving, preferably investing, though, at least 10% of your income. So I live by the philosophy, pay yourself first, at least 10% of your income. For savings and investments, yeah.
Zena, what's your financial situation like? You chilling, or are you paycheck to paycheck like most people? By the way, guys, let's be honest here, okay? You can identify as a billionaire, but then go home.
Thank you, Natalia.
Well,
legally.
Yeah, I find it ironic that everyone, my body count is 28. I suck this many whatevers, but I won't let you know. I won't let you know how I'm doing financially.
What are those questions? Okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. Zena, anyway, how are you?
I'm ready for
What's going on here?
So legally,
skip the financials.
I make enough to pay my restitution.
Good answer.
Enough to pay what?
Enough to pay my federal restitution.
What is restitution?
I'm on federal probation, so I'm definitely just chilling. I'm so broke. I'm so poor. I don't make money at all.
Sort of like how 50 Cent declared bankruptcy when he was worth billions, just so he can avoid this situation.
I used to have OnlyFans and stuff. I don't have that no more.
You gave up OnlyFans?
Yeah, I gave all that up. Well, I started working for a red pill space community, and I think it helped. I didn't really like it or dancing that much, and so working with Fresh and Fit kind of helped me branch away from that. Mm-hmm. So I stopped.
So what did Fresh and Fit teach you about doing OnlyFans or not doing OnlyFans for that matter?
That women are whores.
I have a question. Can I chime in?
Not really, but go ahead.
All right, fine. I'm gonna do it anyways. Is it like girls putting themselves out there more because of the social media? Do you think it's because of the social media that girls will put their? You're saying they're whores, right? Is it easier?
Are you asking
is it more acceptable? I feel
absolutely.
like now
because it's totally normalized now.
Because it's a lot harder now for guys. I'm an older guy trying to find a girlfriend, or you get on these dating apps and shit, but it's everything just gets so muddled now.
It's so with social media, I think females, we have this overinflated sense of entitlement now. It's
Totally.
you have easier access to people and higher status men and like you said, girls in Ibiza and stuff like that. Most of these girls that are getting flown out to Dubai and Ibiza probably have $40 in their bank account. Yeah. Because
Totally.
it's easy because a guy's going to pay for everything. They don't have to. So their bills, they just have to finesse a guy really quick. Like I've lived like that as a dancer. Like I just call a guy, hey, pay my bills. Yeah, I'll do lunch with you, I promise. And then stand him up. He paid your bills. Block his number. Get a new number. So
Damn.
How many girls have genuinely used the guy for a dinner date, lunch date, just to get a good meal,
dinner.
and then you never had any interest in him? Just be honest. Raise your hands.
I've
Really?
Never,
Wow.
you don't spend
None of
time.
you guys have used the guy
is
for
cool.
a
The
lunch?
catch is
I don't believe any of
no,
you.
because the catch you don't need them. You don't spend time with the guy. It's like, okay, let's rewind to stripper me. Okay, you meet the guy at the
Stripper me?
club
Let's go.
when I was a stripper, like booby trap on the
So
river.
they-
Okay,
like
they
just-
threw mad money all over the floor. You just made 3 bands for the night. Now you get his number on your trap phone or whatever your phone. Oh yeah, okay, I'll hang out with you. You text him a little bit. You entertain him a bit. Oh my god, this stripper just robbed me. I lost all my money tonight. Boom, he gives you more money. Easy. Baby girl, let me
Mark.
take you out. Come on my
Mark.
yacht. You promised to come on the yacht. Suddenly you have a flat tire. Just hit the curb real quick. Have a flat tire. Take a picture. He sends you the
Damn.
money. Boom, you get the money. You never actually spend time with the guy because you're supposed to string him along as much as you can until it starts getting like, you're not seeing me. You're never seeing me. Whoop, on to the next guy.
Wow.
Boom, on to the next guy. That's
Now,
where girls
this
fuck
guy
up is
is
when you
paying-
spend time
this
with
guy
the
is
guy.
paying for your time or paying for your bills without getting any action.
That's the
No
best way
action
to
at
do
all.
it because that's where girls fuck up like that get new in the game. Once you start dancing, like these girls think, oh, they have to go to dinner, they have to go to lunch, or they have to spend time with the guy. So once you start spending time with the guy, now he's getting your time is money. Like, be
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking for real. So he's getting your time, and then he thinks he can make advances towards you. And a lot of these girls are soft as fuck. They're not ready to stab a nigga. Excuse me. So if a
Well,
guy
you
is
are.
touching on them, well,
You're ready to stab
I have
somebody.
a record for it. But
Watch
the
out,
thing
Brady.
is, if a girl,
Well, I'm
like,
sitting over
girls they do this whole, they get so soft they don't want to say no, so they consent. They're pressured into consenting, and then later, they were raped or assaulted.
You know all those soft girls that aren't ready to stab somebody.
Yeah, no.
Step up, ladies.
That's not on your Hinge profile.
Or
Yeah.
they'll do a blowjob or something like that, and now you're just a prostitute.
Zena, you know what? Everybody get off the stage. I'm just gonna deal with Zena. And Zena for the rest of the I'm just kidding. But anyway, respect to you. You got so now you're done with that stripper OnlyFans lifestyle. You found Jesus or
I
witchcraft,
found-
and now what are you doing for work? Like how are you
I
making your
found
money?
Jesus.
Because here's my thoughts. It's really hard to go from stripping and OnlyFans and making easy money. As you've heard, fast money comes with slow problems. It's really hard to make that kind of money in a short period of time and then go work for $15 an hour and be like at some point,
So I
day
did
4,
that.
day 10, day 20, you're just like, I can't fucking do this. Back to the pole.
So that
Isn't that a problem that you have?
I recently ended up getting a job as a hostess at Kiki on the River, and I got fired because I was late because, like, God, I work at my schedule. Like, you can't tell
Yeah.
me to show up at this time and expect me to show up at this time.
So
Like,
hard to do.
it's just so hard.
Yeah.
And I hadn't
Job's
worked
a
for
job.
years, so yeah, they were like, you got written up. You keep using your phone. Well, I'm making money on my phone.
And that's when you stabbed him.
No, I got fired, so I didn't
Okay.
work there. But yeah, it did humble me because working for $30 an hour and getting $900 a week, I'm like, bro, I make $3,000 in one night at Booby Trap on the River. Why the fuck would I sit here sweating, standing here,
Zena,
and listening to somebody tell me
This
what
is
to
a
do?
problem that women have to grapple with, for sure.
Women
is
get
that
things
once you
easily.
get that sweet taste
It's
of
so hard to
$3,000 a night for just shaking that thing,
It's
and now
so
I gotta
hard
go
to
make
back.
$200 a night, and I got this fucking creepy boss like asking where I'm at, I'm on time. You're just gonna go back to that pole, but at some point, the pole don't last forever.
Exactly. Fast
You
money
know?
is hard. Fast money is hard to kick, but I don't know. Yeah. it's
Anyway,
really hard.
speaking of women who are not dancing on poles and just working regular jobs, Natalie's here.
Hi.
Natalie, are you chilling like a villain? You living paycheck to paycheck? Where you at these days?
Nah, I'm chilling. I honestly think you need to have a good balance. So, to kind of your point earlier, pay yourself first. I think, go out, have fun with your girlfriends on the weekends, bar hop, do whatever, meet. Living down here in South Florida, maybe go to the Bahamas for a weekend or a cruise. There's so many ports and cool spots. Or maybe just go to Tampa for the weekend if you want to do something close. But for the most part, I'm chilling. I'm really not into the whole meeting men, flying me out, going to Ibiza thing. So
So
but
you're
what
not
if it
doing
happened?
the.
But doing all of that costs money, girl. You can't just be traveling to places around like that doesn't cost money either. Like going to Tampa, you're paying for gas,
Right, but-
paying for food, place to stay.
yeah, but that's a little different. Like smaller road trips are, I would say, more pocket savvy than flying across the world. you know, especially if you're paying for it. If a man's paying for it, that's something different. But again, that's just not really my style if I don't really know the person.
Got it.
So.
Let's get some guys' opinion here, then we'll go to our beautiful limo ride over there. So Kevin, you're how old are you, by the way?
I'm 26.
You're a young buck.
Damn.
You're new to the game. You recently moved from Miami to Colombia. Medellin.
Love it.
Poblano.
Yeah.
Right? What I call it, Portobello the other day.
Portobello.
But whatever, they're out there. You've made some money. You have a company. You've got a limo company. You're doing your thing. At the same time, we're gonna get into some car prices out there. What are you seeing out there in the economy? How have you done? Like, what have you done to not live paycheck to paycheck? What's been your secret?
Well, I heard you said, I don't know if you were reading off an article. I think it said 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. I think what I've heard, even in the past, not now that we're in a worse economy than in the past, that is really way higher than that. It's really 76% of Americans I heard are living paycheck to paycheck. So, that's definitely been the case back then, and now it's even getting worse. It's tough. It's tough. And as a business owner and as an entrepreneur, sometimes you go through the same situations because everyone thinks that an entrepreneur's life and a business owner, they see the success and they see what looks to be, you know, really good. But you got overhead, you got employees, you got staff, you got very good, amazing months, and then you got months that you barely meet those expenses, and then sometimes you have to level out. So it's just a journey and trying to get to that point, but it's a lot of craziness, ups and downs.
When did you go from paycheck life to month to month, year to year? Let me set it up for you.
I think it's different because it was paycheck to paycheck. I don't think I never really had a real job. Just a couple times I worked like at a restaurant for at most a few months. I never had a job that I was paycheck to paycheck, but when I started different businesses, and this is the only business that I have now, it wasn't paycheck to paycheck, but it was a similar thing month to month. And until now, a lot of the times that I'm running the business, a lot of the money that I make, I reinvest it into the business. So sometimes I'm still on that paycheck, not paycheck to paycheck where I'm just like, hey, can't live, but like I'm putting everything that I got into the business to try to make it grow. So just kind of leveling out in that sense.
Got it. Respect.
Yeah.
How about you, Brady? You recently moved here.
Yep.
You were in Vegas.
Yep. I'm a successful artist too, so I do art. I paint, so if anyone wants to check it out, BradyMatthewsArt.com. When I'm not on the road doing stand-up, I'm in my studio painting. So, I had a successful business in Vegas doing art. I put a lot of stuff in casinos, at the Wynn, at Caesars, stuff like that. Comedy clubs, my art's in there too. So when I wasn't doing comedy, I was making all my money on art. Oh. So it was great. Yeah, I've never really had a job. So I've got money saved up. And
job.
Never had a job. I mean, I did wait tables too. You know, I feel like everyone should wait tables at some point in their life. You know what I mean? Puts hair on your chest.
People
for
skills.
Sure.
No, Nat, you're not
Nat's
down to
like,
wait
no.
tables?
I waited tables for a week,
What's
and
the worst?
I spilled drinks on this girl on her date. I was the worst server ever.
Yeah, I spilled the
was
whole
a
thing of
horrible
red
server.
wine over a whole table.
I was a great hostess, but server?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. You guys got that.
Yeah,
Okay.
server's tough.
All right, ladies on the panel over here. Pixie,
Hi.
how are you making money these days? Are you living paycheck to paycheck or are you chilling?
I guess I'm technically living paycheck to paycheck, but that's
See,
because
she's being honest.
But that's because I'm saving as much money. So it's like I don't have really like discretionary funding. Like it's very limited because I'm planning to have a big move to like Miami soon. So I want to be able to move comfortably and not have to worry about rent for the next couple of months or anything like that. So that's why I would classify paycheck to paycheck, because I'm trying my hardest to save every penny.
Okay. You relying on a man to pay your bills or no?
Absolutely not. Never.
Really?
Nice.
No, I mean, no.
Okay. How about you, Maria? What's your financial status these days? Paycheck to paycheck or chilling?
I am chilling because I'm an assistant. My stepfather owns Beaky Bakery, and we are opening a new bakery in October. So yeah, if anybody wants cakes, let me know.
You say cakes?
Cakes.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn it up.
Yes, please.
I know. Any
Yeah, I'll
cake,
take a little
like
cake, girl.
carrot
All about that cake.
You know.
I'll take a little slice.
Some muffins.
Yeah, but I am
Muffins.
blessed,
Yeah?
and
Brady,
I'm
you want some
thankful.
muffins?
Yep.
Yeah.
icing.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
I don't know if it's me, but anything you say is gonna be sexual.
totally.
Hey guys, I just want to give you some cake. It's like, all right, I'll take a bite of cake. Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of delicacies you got at that bakery?
We have tiramisu, we have carrot cake, we have tres leches,
Yeah.
we have empanadas.
Tell me more about that tres leche.
And
What?
guava and cheese
Hosting a show here.
pastries.
Sorry. Huh?
Guava and cheese pastries.
All right. Maria. You don't think Maria's funny?
I think she's great.
Don't hate on Maria. I like Maria.
I know, but hearing you say.
Her boyfriend's got a tracker. You can show up at any fucking point right now.
Everyone tracks me.
Do you live with your boyfriend?
No.
You don't? Does he help pay your bills?
No.
What kind of man is he?
Like, this is a new
He's
relationship.
watching right now.
A new relationship?
Yeah.
So an open, new stalker relationship.
Yeah.
That's my kind of thing.
I love it.
Back to you. How about you, Aaron? How does it work in your lesbian relationship? You guys split the bills? Who pays
I'm
on
not
dates?
in a
I'm
lesbian. I'm not in a lesbian
very intrigued in your
relationship.
pansexual lesbian vibes.
I guess I'm chilling because I am 24 and still living at home. So I have the privilege of saving all of the income that I earn month to month.
Love that attitude, by the way.
What? That I'm like rather living at
No,
home?
like capitalize on the fact that you don't have any rent to pay.
Oh yeah. Like it really is a privilege. It's nice that my parents like allow me to like continue living with them. So I have very modest like month-to-month living expenses that I guess technically according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, I'm unemployed because I'm a gig wage cuck like the majority of Americans at this point. But I do like gig work or whatever, and that's enough to subsidize like my very modest living expenses. But soon I will be moving out and moving to Florida. And then I will actually feel probably the pressure of what that's like.
Where do you live now?
I live in South Texas.
South Texas. Okay. And you just here visiting?
Yes, I'm here visiting.
Shout out to Pixie. Marissa, how long you been with your man?
6 months.
You guys live together?
No, we don't live together yet.
Okay. Why not?
Because my lease isn't up yet.
Oh, so when the lease is up, you're moving in with your buddy.
I mean, it would make sense because, like, I really am so sick of being an alpha female. Like, I'm so tired. Like, I've been on my own since I was 17. And so, like, I've been paying the bills now for, like, 17 years. And it's just gotten increasingly worse. Like, when I used to have a one bedroom, it was, like, $750. Now it's, like, $18.95. So it's, like, how, you know, that's why I'm trying to direct my life towards more of, like, an entrepreneurial state. Because, like, I'm so sick of other people controlling my bills in my life. And, like, I don't know, I'm getting my ass kicked. But like at the end of the day, I don't really care because I'm just gonna keep moving forward until I get to where I wanna be.
So what does that conversation sound like with your boyfriend? It's been 6 months, been together, you know, for a little bit of time.
We help each other until we get to where we both wanna be.
You what?
We help each other until we get to where we both wanna be.
Okay, but when you move in, how does the breakdown of the rent work?
I mean, I don't really care about splitting the rent with him because either way, it's gonna knock off like $600 from my life.
Okay.
So like, that doesn't really bother me. Like, but as far as like, you know, obviously I wanna get treated like a lady. Like if we go out to a nice dinner or something, you know, it's nice, I wanna be taken on a date, you know? But at the same time, like I'm not expecting him to carry the brunt of the burden until he has exceeded, until he's at the point where he wants to be with his money and his finances.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm here to support that dream and that endeavor.
When you say you're sick and tired of being an alpha female, what does that mean in the literal sense?
That means that I've been busting my ass for the last 17 years and like I'm tired. And I was alone for a long time before him, so I was always paying my own shit.
So what are you tired of exactly? Working, paying the bills?
I'm tired of inflation like continuing to rise, and like 10 years ago I was educated that like you work hard and the American dream blah 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 and like you get somewhere, like, and if you work hard enough you're gonna get there, but like I wasn't educated on Roth IRAs or like, you know, that you need to invest in A, B, and C, and like so I've had to educate myself on that, so now here we are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you had to educate yourself. Remember that video with the girl that she's like, come get me!
Yeah.
I don't want to work no more!
Yeah.
I'm not built for this shit! Get me out of here! That's
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you think most women feel that kind of way at some point?
Well, that's so interesting because there was this whole like boss lady mentality for so long, and I think we can kind of thank feminism for that to like some large degree, right? But I think that women are now starting to see the repercussions of those actions. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'm not built for this. And some people are. For sure, there's always going to be the 1% who can excel in anything in their life, but for the average woman to really hustle and grind and put in those 80 hours a week that it takes to get to the top 1%, if you're not selling your body, by the way, because if you want to do that, then sure, you can make easy money, but for people who want to use their mind and their intellect to go and do that, It's fucking exhausting.
I mean,
and I feel you, girl. I feel you. I'm exhausted too.
There wasn't
me.
like sugar babies and sugar daddies like 10 years
Right.
ago. That wasn't a thing. Like before Instagram came about, it was not a thing. It was like bust your ass and get where you need to go.
Right.
And so like, I just don't want, I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to be a part of being a sugar baby. I mean, I could have easily done it. It's just not my vibe.
Speak up.
What do you do for work?
What do you think isn't true?
So right now,
definitely
I've just
sugar
been
babies
doing
and sugar daddies
personal
in the
training,
80s.
really whatever I can. Because to be
Hold on,
honest,
back up. What were you
There
saying,
were
Zena?
sugar babies and sugar daddies in the 80s. I mean, they even made movies about it. It was glorified all the time. It's even in music. Like, no, that's false.
I guess
It's
I just lived a
definitely
more sheltered life
It's
than
just
that.
more normal now. Like,
Yeah.
it's normalized to where you don't look at it as a bad thing because of social media.
Now there's
Back
websites
then, it was
for it.
taboo.
Totally.
I kind of want
Now
to
there's
push
Well,
back.
here's what I actually want to understand from the
But
ladies, because Amy hit the nail on the head. With feminism these days, a lot of women feel like they don't need a man. If you go back 40, 50 years ago, women were not providers. They didn't make a lot of money. They weren't working in office jobs. They didn't have those opportunities. So they needed the man to not only be the protector, but the provider to take care of them. And what would happen is the average man, I'm talking the average man, a lot of the men that you guys wouldn't even look at twice these days, the average man had the ability to wife up a normal hot chick in their random small town in Des Moines, Iowa, or in Detroit or in Dallas. They had those opportunities. Now women, they're going to college just as much as men, if not more. I think it's 60-40 split. They're making as much as men. They don't feel the need to have an average man in their life to be the provider. That's why you see the stats where most women are going after the top 10, 20% of men. So if you're the top 20% of men, you're chilling, dog. But the rest of the men out there kind of struggling because a lot of women don't feel like they need that provider type because, as Amy said, I can provide for myself. I don't need no man in many contexts. So here's what I do want to ask of the panel, right? With laying that out. I've said that there's 3 P's of manhood, right? I've said that multiple times on multiple different shows, and that there's 3 things that every man must bring to the table with a woman. We had an interesting episode with Wes Watson the other day.
Yeah, that was great.
Anybody see that, by
was
the way?
great.
I did, yeah.
This guy's
Awesome.
a fucking
Monster.
gangster
Yeah.
monster in the literal sense. He was in prison for 10 years. He's turned his life around, tatted up, California, and we're having
Miami too. Yeah,
He's living in
Miami, yeah.
Miami, and he's made a ton of money since he's gotten out of prison. Okay, and he starts explaining, and he's like, "Listen, I make a ton of fucking money.
Yeah.
Why don't you just just do what the fuck I say?"
So aggressive.
So what he's saying, like, why doesn't this chick just listen to what I have to say? I protect her, I provide for her. Why doesn't she just listen to me? And I go, Wes, I too used to have the exact same problem as you did. I too used to make a ton of money, and I too used to, not in that aggressive of a tone, but used to say, I do all these things for you, baby. Would you just shut the up? And what I realized is no matter what you do, no matter how much you give, women are not built, in all due respect, to shut the fuck up. You guys are meant to communicate and express and be emotional and want to be seen and be heard and feel validated. That's women, yes? Instinctively, you're all like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
So here's my point. I told Wes, I go, you got 2 out of the 3 on lock. You're a protector. You're a badass dude. Ain't nobody messing with you.
Yeah, he's definitely
You're
kept
making
people.
millions of dollars. You're a provider. But the 3rd P is that you need to be present
Yes.
for your woman. And this is something that I struggled with. Like when I went through a breakup, I had to go read Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. You know, a woman, like if Brady was like, hey Adam, like here's my problem, I'm having this thing, I'd be like, yeah, just call him up, do what you gotta do, tell me what you're gonna do. And he's like, yo, thanks bro, we good.
Yep.
But if Amy came to me and she's like, I have this problem with work, she doesn't want me to solve her problem. She just wants me to be like, oh, I'm sorry
Hear
you're
her.
dealing with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It must be tough. I understand. Do you need a hug? And we're built different, yes?
But with work, I actually probably really value your advice. But on anything else, I would say
Exactly.
so.
But the point is this. The 3 P's of manhood that I just tried to describe out there, protector, provider, and being present for your woman.
Yeah.
A lot of men, especially alpha masculine men, if they're making money, the first 2 come very naturally. Dude, ain't nobody messing with my girl. I got this. Like, I got you. You're in my world. You're in my orbit. You're my girl. I got you. Boom. Hey, men are built, I always say this, that men are built to have dependence. Men make money to go acquire dependence. All right, I got money. Now, no, get me a girl. Let me get me some kids. Let me go raise this family. I'm looking for dependence. Whereas women make money and they're looking for independence. I don't need no man. I don't want to rely on no man. I don't need to take care of it. I got my own thing. So men are built different. But women are, this third P. So here's my question to the ladies on the panel. If you can kind of rank the 3 things you're looking for in a man in descending order: protector, provider, or being present for you, how would you rank them? Do you understand the question? Protector is like, he's got you. You're good. You're safe. You're secure. Provider, he's got leadership, financial leadership. He's taking care of you. Being present, you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel validated. I'd love to know what the hierarchy of needs for a woman. Okay? So let's start with Natalie.
I think the order that
Thanks, guys.
I think the order that you listed them in, actually: protector, provider, and then being present. I personally like to feel very secure with the man I'm with and protected. So for me, that would be number 1. That takes the cake.
Okay. And number 2 is the financial component.
Correct. Yes. And then.
So lowest on your list is feeling seen and heard and validated, and a man hearing your opinions. So I might as well just hook you up with Wes Watson.
Yeah.
Show a picture of him, Deli.
He's so aggressive.
I think I saw that surface around Instagram after you guys did that podcast. So I think I know what he looks like, but I'll give him a search later and let you know.
Okay. Nice. Well, there he is right there.
Look at him, dude.
So
The guy does bicep curls when he sleeps.
yeah.
Look at him.
Deli, you're allowed to punch in, homie.
My
All right.
God.
Maybe he's listening.
Okay. So
Hi,
Wes,
Wes.
we're gonna
He's
hook
up
you
the
up with
Wes.
Natalie. Well, what's funny is I told him that he needs to steer clear of all the typical girls he's been dating. The strippers, the OnlyFans, the girls with tattoos
okay.
everywhere, and find himself a nice little girl. So maybe
Okay.
we might just made a love connection right here.
You never know.
Okay, Pixie, how about you? Protector, provider, or the present man?
Present, provider, and then protector last.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going after more of the emotional beta guy.
Well, I don't really think it's beta. To me, I see it as like emotional maturity. Like, I'm an adult, you're an adult. If I feel like a guy has trouble expressing his emotions, obviously, like, I want to help him, I want to be there for him, I want to open that connection. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not your mother. I'm an adult, you're an adult, and we should work on how we each feel and the emotions we go through together, right? It shouldn't have to be like an hour or a million hours of me like trying to get it out from you. Sometimes guys need space to process their emotions, so do I. That's like a human thing. But I just don't want to constantly feel to be in a relationship where it's like he's not telling me anything he's thinking about. He's just locked.
Make note, all right, Nat? So who's doing what? Amy, go ahead.
This is kind of difficult because I've had the presence. That's been probably most of my relationships. And, you know,
Because these guys are kind of simpish?
No, it's not that, but it's just that, you know, for me, I haven't really dated guys who are much older than me, and because I experienced a lot of financial success pretty early on in my life, it's like dating guys my own age that are either at my level or kind of below, you know? And I've realized now coming out of that relationship, I was lacking the ability to be able to go to him, and even in my other relationships, and be like, babe, I'm dealing with this, like, can you help me solve this problem? I feel like I was always the one doing that for the guys that I was in a relationship with. Even like, how should I send this text message? How should I structure, like, I want to be the one to be able to go to my man for that, you know? So I'd say probably agree with you. Protect, provide, and then presence.
Interesting. So you guys are looking for the exact opposite guy that Pixie's looking for. All right, so if you run into a very emotional, in touch with his feelings type of guy, refer that over. If you find a Wes Watson type, hook them up.
Do you find guys that cry weak is a sign of weakness?
If straight away, absolutely.
First
yeah,
date, he's
for
just
sure.
crying his eyes out.
I mean, yeah.
That's
no,
actually a great question by Brady.
I want-
What do you mean straight away? What kind of guy's crying straight away?
But I mean,
I'm so glad to meet you.
it's very different, right?
What?
If you're in a relationship with somebody for 4 years, 3 years, a couple of years even, and they go through a really rough time in their life, and you're able to be there for them, that can strengthen the relationship.
100%.
But if they're just like, I don't know, emotional and bitchy, or like,
What if you go to a movie and he starts crying? At
yeah,
the
I don't want
movie?
them to be more bitchier than me, basically,
Right.
at the end of the day, or more
Makes sense.
emotional than me.
Have you run into that?
Not with guys that I've been in a full-blown relationship with.
Gotcha. How many of you ladies have run into guys who are super emotional, crying? Yeah? That's something you've run into? You've run into that as well?
But how soon was it he was crying?
No,
Was it after sex or?
Let me clarify. I did not talk to these men. I did not engage with these men. I just visually know who they are.
Hold on, so what do you mean? Wait, what?
Like people I grew up with or from my small upstate New York town. I know that type.
Why
but I
would they
would
cry?
never- They're just...
Sensitive business.
A little too present. What about you
A little
girls?
too
You said,
present,
you
a little
said you've
too
run into a
emotional.
lot of emotional men? Who raised their hand over there?
Rissa.
Maria? Mrs.
Rissa did.
Muffins? No, not you?
Rissa.
Okay. Yeah, Rissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is that?
They just don't know how to control their emotions. They haven't gained the emotional maturity to be able to control themselves. Like, for instance, if we're out to lunch and you tip badly, like $3 on 30, then, and if I say something, this was like an experience I had, and then I say, hey, you own a business. Why are you tipping like this? You don't even know what this girl's going through. She could literally be providing for her whole family with this one job. And then you get bitchy with me and complain and start saying, throw a fucking temper tantrum. No, I'm sorry. Get out of my face.
Is that how you approached them the first time? Like, what'd you say? Why'd you leave like such a poor tip?
I mean, that's not how I said it.
Okay,
I came at it very nicely,
All
you
right.
know. No, I wasn't like, straight ahead about it.
Why did you leave a better tip? She might be feeding
No,
her family.
not like
It's
that.
like, whoa, now she didn't get shit.
No, not like that.
Okay. Zena, so protector, provider, man being present. You just said that you've dealt with men who are crying, a little too emotional. I feel like you would stab a guy if he, acted the wrong way. What's your hierarchy of needs?
That did happen. So I guess I would say provider, present, and then protector, because clearly I don't need a guy to protect me.
Really?
So that's like low on.
So provider is the money.
Yes.
Present, he's there for you emotionally.
Yes, I've
And
dealt with.
you're the type of girl who thinks that she don't need no man.
No, it's not that. It's okay.
To protect her
I've dated
vibes.
on the like the balance beam. I've dated very here and I've dated here.
The
No
extremes of
emotional
both.
attachment,
Yeah.
but could be a provider, and I guess a protector. And then I also dated extremely fucking emotional. Could not be a provider or a protector. So like I'm trying to find my balance there. Like if something, I typically stay out of situations where I need to be protected. But at the end of the day, like if there was an apocalypse, like I'm shooting a gun too. So.
Do you find it hard to find that balance nowadays for finding with a guy? Do you find it like?
I think I found that balance. So
really?
I'm actually pretty happy right now. Like
That's the
you
guy
know,
she's kind
someone
of in a
who-
relationship now.
Got you.
Yeah, like-
Got you.
He does seem great for you.
Thank you.
How do you know, Amy?
They
We
all
were
know
all hanging out
him.
last night. All of us,
Oh.
the three of us.
4 of us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's crazy and I'm crazy, so it's like
That's nice.
instead of like I've been mixing oil and water
So I
in
bet the
relationships.
sex is amazing.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be a little volatile. That's the one thing I'll say. They're both very.
Swearing
Well, you're in the
sex
starting
like that.
stages, like you're ironing out all the details, so obviously it's not going to be
All right.
super
Well,
easy at
my
first.
only advice is just leave the weapons outside of the bedroom and then just
Yeah.
have a good time.
Well, you know, he
Turns into
actually
Check
let
your
me
weapons at the
tase
door.
Turns
him
into sliver.
What's
while
that?
we were streaming because he's a streamer too, and he actually let me tase him. They gave us like $200 so that I could just tase him with my taser
And burn him.
and burn him with the
burn him.
cigarette. And he
Burn him
sat there and he didn't
What?
react. He just put his arm up and like I'm burning him, and he was just like,
Where can we find
I
the
hated
streamer?
every second of it. It was so bad.
Can we find the stream?
Pull it up.
Yeah. "It's on my
On
stream.
her. Your
Actually, I want to
kick.
see it.
It's on my clips." Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's pull that up in a little bit. Ladies on the panel, Maria, protector, provider, or being present? What are you looking for in a man?
I already have it. I have a protector. I have the finances. And I have his presence. Like, I think if a guy wants to be there for you, he will be. He will call you every morning. If not, he just don't cares,
You want a guy to call you every morning?
No, what I mean is like,
Fuck, I'm doing
if
it
a
all
guy
wrong.
wants to be there for you, he will be there for you. It's not like you're obsessed with him, and like with that obsession, you will just like, he will leave you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you're obsessed with a guy, and I'm not like that at all.
So what's your order, to be clear?
Protection, finances, and what was that one?
The guy that
Presence.
texts you every morning.
Yeah.
Presence.
I have all that, so
Okay.
But you said he doesn't provide for you and pay your bills. So then how do you have that?
I just met him, baby.
Okay,
But
but
I
how do you
have-
know that that's
Ooh.
what he's going to do, baby?
Nice. Can't fight.
I don't need it. So it's not like I need his money, but it's more like we are both DJs. Like, I'm his muse.
But like,
he's
are you
my
confident he's gonna
muse.
take that role?
You
I
know,
think that's what the question
it's
is.
a different relationship. You know.
But do you think he will take that role? That's what the question is, I think. Like, is that necessary for him to take that role so that you no longer have to work?
Do you want that?
Like, is that what you want?
I want him to be there for me, of course, every time. You know, but I don't need his money. I don't need his money at all. Like.
It sounds like you like the good morning calls better. So maybe it goes presents and then.
I actually have a question for you, Maria. Is there any girl on this panel that you find to be the prettiest? Since you're into men and women. Is there any girl on this panel that you think... Pixie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like blonde
What about
girls.
Zena?
She's tried to have sex with me so many times. She's lying because she thinks I just tried her.
What do you mean, bro? Like, you told me to do a threesome.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on,
And you
so
wanted
is
to.
there
She was the one that told me,
kissed me.
oh my God, let's have a threesome with Sneeko. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that. You know, like, she was the one, not me.
But you were kissing me. You've kissed
But it was
me
like,
so
okay,
many
if you want to,
times.
I'm down. Okay, but it never happened. So
And when we were alone in the
So
car,
Zena,
you were
what
kissing
did
me.
you want to happen?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, at the time I was dating that.
like the day that I was doing the stream with Cerca, she was like, she was like, telling Amina, no, she wants to fuck him. Let's go to the room. She was
What
like,
was that voice?
yeah, she wants to fuck him.
Please turn
I want
them
to
up.
fuck Sneeko. Like, you want us to do a threesome because you're saying that Sneeko likes me. She was saying that to me, or no?
Okay. So bottom line is you guys got some unfinished business to handle.
Bottom line is
In all
we've made out
aspects.
multiple times, even not even there, in the car, just me and you. And then where else did we make out? Oh yeah, we made out outside of Fresh and Fit before too. You was kissing me. Yeah, I still have the videos.
Oh, Maria, how quickly you forget the pretty girls that you make out with.
I know. Like,
Must be
she's just like,
convenient.
We didn't
You
kiss.
sound like me right now.
no, and you grabbed me and
I
you
forgot that I
kissed
made
me.
out with you, young lady. My bad.
We never kissed.
Maria.
I never gave her a kiss.
What? You're saying that she's a liar?
Wait, you've never given me a kiss because I got the videos in my phone.
Oh my
Do you want to back that up? Do you want to back that up? Do you want to back that up? Because the videos don't lie, baby.
Show it.
Please send them to Natalia. We will find that video.
Natalia,
Okay. Maria,
this is great.
you know they say no face, no
bad
case.
memory.
It sounds like she has a case.
I have a bad memory, baby.
You have a bad memory?
Now she has a bad memory.
Well, look
I
who
don't know,
showed
like,
up an hour late.
I have a foursome with my God. I don't know. Like,
How
I have
can
a
she send this?
crazy life, you know.
Please send that to Natalia. Natalia will send that over to Deli, and Deli will pull this
I
up.
always have
found
receipts.
it?
If I make a claim about anything, I promise I
Zena's
always have
receipts. She's
receipts.
like,
That's
I
one
got
thing
the
about me.
Now,
I always have
is this
receipts.
appropriate
I would never wanna be
for
on your back.
the
We're just
internet?
kidding. We're fully clothed.
Okay.
We're just kissing.
Maria, if you made out with Zena over here, how could you forget something like that?
Oh, I know how, but I won't say.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Just drinking alcohol. We were drinking.
Oh, one of those forgetful drunks. Got it.
I thought
Do
maybe
we have
she
a
just
video
doesn't
here?
kiss and tell, you know?
Before we play this video, what's your story? What are you looking for in a man or a woman or a pan?
I am,
Or Pan.
or Peter Pan. I'm gonna second Pixie's order, and my top priority to me is presence, second provider, third protector, because my ass doesn't go anywhere. I'm like inside all the time. I don't need physical protection or a fucking bodyguard or anything like that. I'm not putting myself in like harm's way to begin with, so that's like not really something that really applies to me. But yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I feel like every woman says that, but what if you were in the situation where you actually like needed it though? Like,
That I'm fucked, I guess. But like my man is like really fucking strong. Like he's like a veteran, so I don't worry about it. But like I'm also not gonna structure my life around like the 1% chance that like something
Right.
like that could happen. Like
Yeah.
in the event that something like that happens, you know, I do think that he would step up and he would step in, but it's not so much of a priority to me that like that's going to be like the number one thing, and I'm willing to overlook like a lack of emotional presence to simply have physical protection. Like if I wanted that, I would get a bodyguard.
right.
You know.
I feel like foregoing any of the other things, like if you just had to pick one, like that would still suck, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like for you, since he already is strong, you really haven't had to consider what that would be like for you if he wasn't.
Well, like even if he was strong, even if the guy's like super duper strong, unless if he knows how to like have a gun or use a knife or whatever on him like 24/7, it's kind of like useless. Because you could have a really strong guy, but what the fuck is that going to do against the guy who shoots him?
Yeah,
you know?
the dude with the gun wins, basically. So you could have
Most of the
somebody
time.
who is
I think you guys are looking at this the wrong way. Nobody's talking about like a gang fight breaking out. And like I'm talking about like you guys know when it's like for a guy, just the presence of a man opening the door, being there for you, crossing the street,
Crying.
protecting you. Brady might be crying. Like there is an overall protective vibe, like something that you were talking
What about
about.
this example? What if you're like out in public and like a group of guys are like wolf whistling at you or making you feel uncomfortable? Like how would you want your man to step in that instance? Because I've been with a guy, I've dated a guy where he wouldn't do that to the point where his brother literally did, and his brother was the man who stepped in and did that.
Yeah,
That
and
shit
then
was
she
the
started
most
dating the brother. That's how that works.
Exactly. But here's the thing: I've gotten in fights at the bar where I've tried to fight literally every single fucking guy because my chick was talking shit to like his girlfriend or some shit, and I literally tried to fight like 5 dudes.
Yeah, but Brady,
and then we broke up like fucking a week later.
We actually covered something like this on the show last week. You know who that's on? That's on your drunk ass girlfriend.
Totally.
It's not on you to go fight every dude in the bar who looks at your girl the wrong way.
Totally.
That's on your girl. And this, I'm not coming at you. This is for anyone out there. It's on your girl. Dan Bilzerian was the one that said this actually. It's on your girl to police herself. If your girl's going out and getting flirted with everyone or talking shit with everyone or getting guys' numbers, it's like it's not on you to start fighting every guy. It's on you to either set the boundaries for the girl and say, this is unacceptable. If you want to do this, hit the road. You have to police yourself. Because the last thing you want to be doing is fighting 20 guys in a bar.
Which I did. I got.
It's really
I clipped
not
two,
hard
but-
to
Wait.
be unfriendly. Like,
I want
it's really
to point
not that
something
hard to
out.
go to a
Yes.
club.
Earlier, a lot of the behaviors that you listed, in my opinion, fall under like emotional presence, right? So it's like knowing or taking into consideration your needs when he acts, right? So for example, even in your case, like being able to be like, hey, like lay off, or setting those like boundaries with those other guys, I would think that's emotional presence. He's taking note of how you're feeling, he's taking note of the situation, and he's reacting in real time instead of letting some other random person handle it.
All right, real quick, Deli, do you have the clip?
Yeah, 1 second. Let's do it. Yep.
Do I get to see my 3?
Good point,
Yeah.
Pixie, but I feel like sometimes one affects the other.
Oh, you didn't go yet,
Guy's
Marissa? Okay.
ability to know he can back
All right.
up standing up for you.
Marissa,
will
while we're
determine
pulling
whether
this
or not he
clip
does,
up,
you know?
Yeah.
Deli, you let us know. Use your voice and tell us when you're ready.
Ready.
Here we go.
Okay, hold on,
my
Marissa.
God.
So this is what? Set this up for us, Zena.
So I brought her over to my ex's house at the time.
Who was your
for
ex?
A cuck. So Zerka, my friend, wanted girls for a blind date. So I brought her over along with another friend of mine and another girl. The other girls wanted to leave. They thought the guy was annoying. They liked Zerka. They didn't like the other guy. They wanted to leave. She stayed for me, and yeah, we were drinking. And Zerka asked who she wanted, like what she thought about me, and she was like, "I want to kiss her." Like he was like, "Do you want to kiss her?"
You're
Do you
talking
wanna
about
kill
Maria
her?"
right now.
And she just kept
I have
talking about.
muffins. It's
Muffins.
Yeah,
kissy
so
time.
he branded her as a lesbian because throughout the whole night she kept trying to kiss me, and I told
Okay.
Zerka, I was like, I think she's gay.
So this is the clip. You
This
set
is
it
the
up.
clip.
Can
Yeah,
we punch
edited
in a
and
little bit,
everything.
our friend Deli? Roll the clip.
Oh man, here we go.
Is
Why
it
is it
going?
not playing? Oh.
Like, I want to know from you, okay? What are you willing to do to Zena? What are you willing? What are you gonna do? This is my screen. What are you gonna do to her? You're gonna punch her? You're gonna kick her?
Never.
Kiss her?
Kiss her.
Right now?
Right now. Would you get a dildo to me right now?
Oh, wait. It gets better.
My diamond's gonna bite. And do you guys like money?
Zorka's got all the singles. Okay, Maria.
That's a lot of dollars.
What happened, little cookie girl? You don't remember that?
No. That was a really crazy night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You looked more into it than Zena, though.
I like women.
Excuse me?
She likes
I
women.
like women like a lot, you know.
Okay, so is this why you're gonna get the meow out for Zena? Because they're like secretly you kind of want to kiss her again?
You want to kiss me again?
Ay, esto.
Come give Zena a kiss real quick. Let's get the awkwardness out of the way. Just go give her a kiss. Stop it.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it?
Oh my god. Okay.
Do it.
Come sit next to Zena. Give her a kiss.
I love you, baby.
Adam, are you the modern day pimp?
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, clap it up. They just cleared their beef.
Clean it all up.
Maria.
That's the best cat fight I've ever seen.
Be honest, because I want men to understand when girls are bitchy to each other. Because you guys were a little like baby.
Guys don't do
Remember
that. We don't make up that way.
There was a little tension going on, and we just cured that. Did we not?
Yeah.
Okay. Zena?
I know when a girl wants to fuck with me.
And that was that? Okay. Well,
so is there unfinished business? How does this work?
Yes, there's unfinished business, Brady. Stay tuned for the after show.
Tune in.
Anyway, please welcome Two Girls, One Blunt to the show.
Hey,
they're here. Hi, ladies.
I brought my Burger King. I'm ready.
Why don't you two just kiss each other real quick? Just make things less awkward. No?
We don't touch.
Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Well, moving right along. We'll
Why
get back
don't
to you,
you
Riss, I
guys
promise.
kiss?
They are hot. You guys are hot.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we cleared the air and you guys
Adam,
are better
can I
now.
see the two comedians make out?
What's that?
You and the other comedian?
No, here's the difference between guys and girls.
Because I'd be so much into that.
Here's the difference between guys and girls, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we don't kiss each other.
Raise your hand, be honest, ladies, if you've made out with another girl. Go ahead. Every single girl on the panel has made out with another girl.
they're
Gentlemen,
super hot.
word to God, raise your hand if you've made out with another dude.
Never ever in my life.
Kevin?
I don't even kiss my dad on the cheek.
That's the difference between men and women. We have a hard line.
I don't even give full
We have a
hugs
hard
to
line.
men. I don't even give full hugs
Women
to
are,
men.
it's like a spectrum.
It's all.
Have you ever circle jerked with your boys?
No, it's just not our thing.
I keep hearing that like as a thing.
But I
What
will
is
slap a
that?
guy
I
in the
keep
butt playing
hearing that.
basketball. So
Yeah.
what's that? I don't know
No
what that
doubt.
is.
Wait, I think the important thing to keep in mind, though, is that, like, you're going to get more women who have said that they've made out with other women, but who, among those, who did it just, like, independent of a man's attention? Because a lot of women will have threesomes just for, like, a boyfriend or something like that, but how many women are actually going around in their free time making out with a chick?
Great point.
I
And
have.
that's,
Yeah.
okay. Great point. And that's why I said there's a spectrum. Dudes aren't making out for attention unless they're gay.
And it's hot too. I mean, it's hot. Women are beautiful.
Y'all
Like,
wouldn't do it for your ladies if they were like, this will turn me on so fucking much.
No, guys would not do that.
They would get left.
Definitely not.
Guys would not do that.
no.
It's just not a thing. It's a hard
like a
no.
devil's
start crying.
three-way, they were like, no touching. Just like, I just want both of you guys right now, though.
I would probably leave.
But no touching.
We ate.
If I were
the
able
question?
to convince a man
I'm not gonna kiss
that it
Garrett.
turned
Are
me
you
on.
saying that you want two guys to run a train on you? Is that what you're asking?
She
I'm
said-
saying that
That's
would you
fine.
do it
You'll
for your
find
lady?
plenty of guys
if
willing
you
to
want,
do that.
like, if she wants a devil's three-way, but she makes a deal with you that you guys don't actually have to touch
Devil's
each other.
three-way.
Yeah, that's
I thought it was called the London
What do
Bridge.
you get?
but-
What do you get? That's two men, one
Wait, so
woman.
you're doing something to him, and then he's behind? Is that?
Yeah.
And then we hold
Typically
hands?
what happens
Like,
in
if
those
your girl
scenarios.
asks for that, and she's like, you guys don't have to touch each other. I just
Yeah.
want two dudes at once. Like, would you do it?
At this point in my life, no. Been
No.
there, done that. But,
Yeah, but I have
here's
done
how that
that.
conversation
Wait,
goes.
you've done it?
Yeah. I did. I'm just, now I'm a grown man. That was college is college.
You're
But this is
boy.
how that conversation goes. Ready?
not college.
She goes to the bathroom, gets all ready, and me and Brady are like, so this is about to get weird, bro.
Don't make eye contact
Yeah,
with me.
there's no eye contact. Exactly. Like,
Don't touch my balls.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Role play, Brady, right now.
Yeah.
So listen.
Yep.
Do
guys
not
are
look at me
looking at
during
each
this.
other.
No.
I won't look at you.
Old chest.
We'll high five afterwards.
100%.
But during this,
Right.
I don't know you.
Absolutely not.
Perfect.
Yep.
But then that's just a random girl. Like that's not your girl.
Exactly.
You wouldn't let your.
Yeah,
You wouldn't
that's what-
watch your
that's exactly
girlfriend
right.
get fucked by.
Yeah, it's not. It's not like
guy.
my we're banging my.
Anyway,
my wife.
Okay, but that's
let's
sexual
move on.
intimacy right
before,
there.
Before
It's
we
just
get
not
to
touching.
down, what do you call it? The Devil's Highway? What do you call it?
Devil's three-way. It's
Highway.
colloquially known as.
The Devil's Highway. Jelly, you have this story with the bottle girl, not the car thing, the bottle girl. Guys, anyway, moving right along here. We've got a lot of ladies on the panel. I actually genuinely want to get your guys' opinion on this woman's situation because I assume you guys know a lot of women like this. Some of you guys on this panel might even be this woman, okay? So here's a bottle service girl who's basically crying after realizing that she has to become a real estate agent. It's really tough. First date. So look, I know a lot of young, hot ladies, especially when you're young and you're hot, the world is your oyster. But at some point, everyone has to have that epiphany phase, right? Because the only problem is you're only young and hot for so long, right? Eventually, you're going to have to pick a path. So a lot of young women discover the path, the evolutionary path of a bottle girl, an OnlyFans girl, a stripper, turn what? real estate agent, okay? 100%. I believe there's actually a meme about this. I don't even know if you have that, Deli. But before we show this video, do you have that meme that we have?
I can check for you right now.
Don't worry about it. Let's keep it moving. So it's basically the evolution of a bottle service girl. In 2018, she was a bottle service. 2019, she became an OnlyFans girl. 2020, she's a stripper. Real estate market blows up. She went to real estate. Now she's to get a real estate license. Mortgage rates went up. Now she's back to doing OnlyFans. OnlyFans, it's the evolution of a bottle girl / real estate agent. Anyway, if you find the meme, you can pull it up. But here is a lady having a real life breakdown. And on the other side of this, I want you ladies to give her advice. Deli, you have the video with volume?
Yep.
Go ahead, buddy.
I saw this. Verge of getting my real estate license. Is that what everyone does when their dreams are crushed? I feel like that's like the only way out. Can you even picture me selling houses? Hi, welcome in. Here's the kitchen.
This is not real.
Do you like it? Do you want to buy it? This is my entire job. Is just doing that, and then the other stuff that's boring. I'm sorry, no offense to you guys, but that sounds so boring.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
I
the
do shit like
picture
that all the
Deli.
time.
The last
I just want to say I follow that chick on TikTok, and they're using it for a meme, but she was never a bottle service girl. That's just what she
fake.
said.
Yeah, so it's totally fine.
Who gives a shit?
I don't believe anything
The point is
anymore.
that she was.
For real.
The point is, you have it, Deli. You have the meme.
Yes.
Okay. Deli, for the last time, you're allowed to talk, buddy.
We love Deli.
Hostess. So here's sort of the meme.
Yeah.
There's multiple memes like this. You're your hostess at your suburban Twin Peaks. Then you're a server at Hooters. Then you're a bottle service girl. Then you're a liquor rep. And then you're a real estate agent. Welcome to the life of an entrepreneurial hustler, beautiful woman. So you can remove that. So ladies, how many of you guys know a girl that fits this description? Show of hands. Raise them high, guys. Okay. So you're telling me you don't know one girl that does OnlyFans that's considering getting a real estate license?
I don't have any friends that are on OnlyFans or strippers. I cut them all off, so no.
But you used to.
I used to, yeah.
How many girls do you know that are
friends?
How many? You live in Miami?
Yeah.
So I
Every
already know
girl
the
in
answer
Miami.
to this.
Every girl
How many
in
girls getting their real estate license?
I think every girl.
Okay,
in
so
Miami.
you do know girls like this.
Okay.
Got it. Amy, do you know girls like this?
Yeah, through the
Okay.
grapevine. Not in my circle.
Got it. But listen, I'm not asking if they're your best friends. I'm asking if you know of these types of women. Natalie, do you know of these types of women?
Sure. Yeah.
They're OnlyFans girl 1 week, now they're getting their real estate license. You know about this. Pixie?
No, like the vast majority of women aren't even getting OnlyFans to begin with. Like, so.
Guys, let's not get too specific.
Okay.
They're working in some sort of sexual field, bottle waitress, OnlyFans, and then they pivot to real estate.
From my knowledge, no, but
Okay.
just maybe that's not
Anyway.
my circle.
2 girls, 1 blunt. How many girls in Miami do you know that fit this description?
So many. I know like probably 10 nationwide. I feel like it's the same pipeline as like bitchy bully girls in high school becoming nurses later in life. You know? It's the
Yeah.
final evolution of a cunt.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's a good
Can we
comparison.
just put the camera right on them?
That's funny.
Okay, so all right, let's go down the list here.
That's great.
Ladies, what would your advice be for this girl? Natalie, go ahead.
I mean, coming
She's a
from
hostess, she's a cocktail waitress. Now she's forced to get her real estate license because she's getting older probably and she can't work in the club anymore.
Right.
She's probably 26 and now she realizes that she's going to be 27. You can't do this forever.
I mean, I will say sales is a grind. Real estate is a grind. And if you're just right off the get-go having a poor mentality, not having a hustler mentality about it, then chances are you're not going to be successful at it. So if she's already thinking she doesn't want to do it, then find something else. Don't be a fucking real estate agent.
But she has to.
Life is about choices. You always have a choice.
Okay, Nat, what would you give advice to this girl?
I would say if that's not something that she actually has a passion for or really wants to do, find what that is. And then I think another advice would be like determine if she even wants to work. If she doesn't want to work, then she can go find a man that can go pay her bills. Like, I think that's the
nice
first problem.
angle
If you're
right
crying
there.
about moving into a career because it's just for the money and that's all you're there for, Like, you can just go find a man with money and let him do that for you. And you don't have to cry. Maybe you cry about other things, but not that.
I think that's pretty good
Marissa,
advice.
what advice would you give for this girl?
First of all, I don't necessarily agree with that meme because I was a courtside server for the Orlando Magic, then I was a bottle girl, and then I left the scene completely. So I didn't go doing OnlyFans or anything like that. There's other people in this room who were also bottle girls that left the scene and didn't go do things like that. So I don't really agree with that meme. But as far as her crying and whining, if it was real, so to speak, to me, she just looks like she's given up on her life. And like she said, you always have a choice. Like, to me, you just look like a pussy little bitch who can't stand up and do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I hate to say it so bluntly, but that's just the truth. Like, if you think that you need a man or you need someone to like take care of you or you need to go be a real estate agent because that's your only option in life, like, then you aren't standing up and being like a real woman.
Well, Rissa, with all due respect and much love, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth right now. Because about 20 minutes ago, you said you're sick of being an alpha babe.
I am.
You're sick of working.
That's true.
Yes, you said that. So now you're calling her out for being a pussy ass hoe or whatever you called her.
But I've done my time.
So which one? You've done your time.
I've done my time.
Okay, but you're also 34.
I'm 35.
You're my bad. Add
Go
one.
ahead and add the year. It's
but
cool.
I'm just saying. Let's say this. How old does this girl you think is? Let's say she's 26. Got it. So my point is this. I'd rather come to that realization that I don't want to work. I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to put in this work at 26 and not wait till 36 as an example. So I actually applaud her for being like, I ain't built for this shit. I don't want to sell bathtubs and houses. So I actually totally agree with Nat. So I always say, which is rare. I always say this. I always say this, and then I want to get your guys' opinion on it. The people say, who's got it harder, men or women? Who's got it harder, men or women? I say, clearly women.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Men have it harder in the literal sense. We got to break our back. We got to bring home the bacon. We got to work. We got to fucking do our thing. But we have clarity. Like, nobody's taking care of us. Nobody's coming and paying our bills.
Nope.
Nobody's coming to take care of Adam, Kevin, and Brady. We got to figure it out ourselves. But there will be someone that'll take care of all of you. So a woman has to realize at some point, do I want to go down the career path, work, make my money, but at some point they're going to be like, I'm sick of this lifestyle. Or at some point they need to basically submit in a literal sense or in a figurative sense and say, I'm totally cool with this dude who I love taking care of me. Women have at least that option. Men do not have that option. Now, the thing with the options is you might choose the wrong option, baby girl, and you might be fucked.
Yeah,
but as a man, you only have one option.
But that's
get
why
to work.
A lot of girls have
So-
guy friends. They can just go right into that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why girls have some. You guys tell me, like, do you guys have guy friends?
Yeah, for
Right.
you.
But not
A
you.
few.
Some
But
guys
I'm
are
saying,
money.
like, do you keep them around when you have, like, you keep them around when you're in a relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Because,
do.
but for me, it's very different. I realize I'm kind
Right.
of like a unicorn in that sense because it's business. Like, these are people who I need to speak to, like, usually every single day anyway.
Right.
So you can't help but build rapport.
But I think.
But what's your point with the guy friend thing?
My point with the
coworkers
guy
is
friend
the
thing is like when you go through a breakup, like emotionally, guys just have to suck it up and you just have to fucking figure it out on your own. Where girls already have that, if they want, that guy that's right there that can take care of them.
Yeah, we all know shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on. We all know that, Brady. That's just how that
That's why
works.
you're not supposed to have
And what were you
them.
going to say?
Totally.
I actually feel like women don't really look to men for emotional support. I think women just typically have better like social support networks and like friend groups that they look to them. Like your girlfriends are way more likely to bitch to each other about their boyfriends than they are to their boyfriend about their boyfriend.
Okay, without getting to the bitching thing,
Women
let's stay
give
on
terrible
topic.
advice
What are you
to
going to
each
tell
other.
this bottle server waitress who's basically sick of the realization that she needs to maybe get her real estate license? What are you going to say to her if that's your friend?
I don't know about real estate license specifically.
No, we know about real estate license because that's what she talked about.
That's what she's talking about. Means to an end. Like bottle service job, OnlyFans, stuff like that. Even though there's a popular cultural myth that these are like very lucrative jobs or whatever, they really, really aren't. Like for every sex worker or OnlyFans model that you speak to, one, I think a lot of them are lying about how much income that they pull in. I think they just do that for advertising. They're like, I make $100K a month. No, you fucking don't. It's not possible that every OnlyFans model is doing this. I think they just do that to like create a mystique around them so people subscribe. They get more money that way. So like your average OnlyFans person or like median is pulling maybe $12K a year. No
Also, did you know there's a referral program for OnlyFans as well? I just found this out.
Like a pyramid scheme.
So of course there's financial incentivization to talk about how much you make to make it more appealing to other women, right? Who then sign up to your network and then you get overrides on everything that they make
Sales.
too.
It's all just sales.
It's a pyramid scheme.
It's kind of like a pyramid scheme or like, there's kickbacks or whatever. So those are not very lucrative for every person, even people who do IRL sex work and they're like, oh, I made $3K a night. For every $3K a night that you made, you have 5 nights where you made like less than 200. So many nights where you just fucking bombed.
So what's your point exactly?
My point is that they should look for, like, if they don't have their high school equivalency or diploma, they should get that first. They should be doing these jobs simultaneously and looking to save from the money that they're earning. Like the fast money that they're earning there, they need to be putting away or putting towards money towards like an education that's going to unlock
something. Can you say what you're trying to say in one sentence?
You need to get a college degree. You need to save for a college degree.
For a woman?
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy called Nick Fuentes that would fully disagree with you and tell you that college is a waste of your time.
I'm going to have her.
So what about OnlyFans? You saying that girls shouldn't be doing OnlyFans?
No, they can do OnlyFans if they want it, but like no woman really for the most part is doing OnlyFans as like their main gig. That is always just like a side income stream because...
You're saying false?
False. I just sent her a screenshot of what I made monthly on OnlyFans. Now, an
vast
average
majority
girl
of
that
people
doesn't have a social
Very
media
few
presence,
people.
that probably makes sense, but when I was in OnlyFans, I was making at least $100,000 a month, and that's why I was able to pay so much a month.
Why did you stop?
Well, I was working with Fresh and Fit, and I was getting my head filled with all this. Oh, you're a whore. You're
It's
never
not your
gonna
head
find a...
filled, Zena. You actually had realizations, and it was beautiful. You
Yes,
cried
but
on the panel saying
stop.
that...
But let me finish my point, because at the end of the day, I already did it. So it doesn't matter to quit it when I was already doing it. And I'm sorry, I was taking care of myself. I was providing for myself, and all my bills are paid. I've struggled more having quit. Yes, is my mental better now that I'm not on there?
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
But guess what? People still harass me to this day and call me an OnlyFans whore and send videos or pictures of my OnlyFans.
Well, that's
too.
why I always
so
say...
what was the point?
What's I always say... And look, I'm not encouraging you to get back on that pole.
Yeah.
But that's why I always say, once you do it,
Like,
don't
you might
stop.
as well do it, save up. Now, I should have listened to Myron's
Like, you've already done it.
advice.
People are going to call you a whore or whatever. It's
I
like,
would disagree.
you're never going to shake that.
I would disagree because I
wrong.
think you
Myron's
inspired people to stop doing it. And I think that says a lot. I think you inspired people on that platform, other girls, to get out of that, to go into careers, to
Yes.
build
I completely
Go into
disagree. I think you're
careers.
inspiring a girl to go make
Maybe.
$100,000 a fucking month
Maybe
once you tell that
if you
story.
use it to
And
be
she was-
smart and you use it to make a career of yourself, I didn't do that. Now, if I had to listen to Myron and when I was dealing with getting in this retarded relationship, Myron was like, don't quit. Stay dancing, stay doing OnlyFans, save up your fucking money and buy property, like the
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
estate thing.
I agree.
And I was like, maybe not. Now I'm just more focused on my art, like that. I don't. I don't
These
wanna
are
do
your
real estate.
receipts?
Yeah, you can close it out now.
Okay.
I don't want to get in trouble.
So you're making some money. By the way, speaking of making some money on OnlyFans, we got 2 redheads in the building out there.
Yay.
I've told them explicitly, you've already gone down the OnlyFans path. Everyone knows you're already doing it. You're literally riding that wave into a comedy career.
Yeah.
How long you guys planning on doing OnlyFans?
Well, right now I started when like money was down during the pandemic. Oh, I'm so slick here. Hey.
Yes.
I feel weird not talking to you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what happens when you show up an hour late.
Yeah, I know. I don't know anyone's names, but
Just know Adam. That's it.
And
well, we were only like 20 minutes late, and they said turn around, and then we did.
No,
and then
that's
we
bad
turned back
communication.
around.
I would
Got
never
it.
kick you out.
Okay.
I'll put you on the sidelines though,
Okay.
baby in the corner. Anyway, when are you guys gonna
Okay.
quit OnlyFans?
When the podcast starts making a lot of money. The goal is to use that to build the business and the podcast, and that's the reason we've been able to grow the podcast so quickly. We invest all of our OnlyFans money into that and traveling for comedy. So now that the podcast is getting at like viewership levels where we can get sponsors and everything, we're going to be able to transition into a lot of things.
But you're
Live-
never gonna make as much money as you're gonna make on OnlyFans with the podcast.
That's a limiting mindset.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. If you get like a Netflix
Okay, when I
special-
say never, when I say never, I'm just saying I've seen how much money you make on OnlyFans. Okay? And how many subscribers do you have on your podcast?
Like listeners per month?
Sure. I mean, you're talking YouTube, you're talking Spotify, you're talking Apple. What are you talking?
Yeah, like 50K a month on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Listeners. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now, is it fair to say you're making way more on OnlyFans than on?
Yeah.
Okay. Just take it from me. I understand how the I don't know how OnlyFans works,
I
but I
also
know how.
think there's bad connotations because you can make like I have a friend who does OnlyFans and she doesn't do nudes at all and she makes over $150,000 a month. She
Right.
literally has a high rise in a condo. You don't have to take the route and be naked.
Let me tell you
on
something.
it,
If
know?
I'm that girl, I keep going. My question
Yeah.
is to the simps out there that are paying to see fucking girls in bikini photos.
Right.
What kind of fucking loser are you, buddy? But that's on them. No, Kevin?
Yeah, it's on them.
I mean, how many of your
Listen,
homies?
I've paid for OnlyFans before.
And your dad's.
Okay, so it's dads.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I've also
Okay.
paid for OnlyFans. Does that make me a simp?
Say it again.
I've paid for somebody's OnlyFans. Does that make me a simp?
I've paid.
Well, you're just supporting your own people. That's fine. That's like you're rooting.
Supporting local businesses.
You're rooting for your thing. Okay.
Well, yes, I have a friend who does
I think a lot of
OnlyFans. He's
this
a
money
guy.
is like parasocial relationships, right? That's why instead of watching free porn, they're paying for an OnlyFans because it's an illusion of having a deeper connection with the person you're paying.
Parasocial relationships, and that is really
Yeah.
dangerous. It's something that honestly I feel like could really fuck up society.
Well, let me ask the girls a question. All right, this is actually a very legitimate question. Would you rather make 40 grand a year working a regular job, or 400 grand a year doing OnlyFans? Zena?
Obviously, I would rather go back to
400.
OnlyFans than do that.
Okay, so you'd rather do OnlyFans.
100%. I will go back to
Okay.
dancing currently. So.
Amy?
I don't think money should ever cost your dignity. 40K.
Okay, so you're sitting next to your friend Zena, and you think that she's.
I love Zena, and Zena
Making-
knows how I feel about this.
Okay.
We've had conversations about it. I think Zena could make a shitload of money without doing any of that, and she's about to be. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natalie?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of torn, but initially, in my head, I thought OF.
Well, you don't have
You
to
thought
be
what?
naked,
Thought
mind
what?
you. You could
Right,
sell your
yeah,
toes
yeah.
and make that same
Yeah.
money if you have a social media presence. People will pay you $200. Can you send a picture?
Wait, if we want to
for-
clarify,
Listen,
it's just
I
feet?
got
Okay.
Is it nude OnlyFans or
because we
not?
just assumed that it's nudes. Did I do nudes? Yes, but I've also had someone pay me literally $300 to pour fucking Manuka honey all over my toes and rub it in and send it to him. Yes,
But
and
that's
that,
a
like,
one.
that's
But
why
that's Zena. I don't know how this works. I generally have never been on OnlyFans, but I assume that's a one-off thing. Okay, that's
a girl. They asked for. I mean, they asked for a lot. That's why I don't even do. I'm the laziest. When I had OnlyFans, I was the laziest. I don't open messages. Like I'm like I said, I finesse dudes. Like I'm a bitch. You either pay, subscribe, and you pay for the messages that I send everybody at once in mass. I don't respond.
without
How are
getting
you,
too
Derek?
without
How
getting
are
too
you,
nuanced
Henry?
though. You'd rather take the 400 than the 40.
Yeah.
That's my point. Natalie, what are
Yes.
you picking?
400.
Okay, let's sign her up. Pixie.
If it's nudes, then 40K. If it's not nudes, then I'd be okay. Like other content. Like I've thought about doing cosplay content before because I like cosplaying. So it'd be like an easy way to fund my hobby.
Okay, so you're picking the 400.
If it's not nudes. If it's nudes, then 40.
Okay.
I'm not comfortable with showing my body like completely nude.
Got it. So there's a limit to that.
Yeah.
Maria, how much to give Zena a kiss right quick?
Honestly, I don't care about showing my body either. So I will pick the 400.
You'll take that money. So
Yeah.
why haven't you done OnlyFans yet?
I did OnlyFans.
Oh, you've done it already. All right.
Yeah.
Hello. Well, wake up, Adam.
I also worked in a strip club for a week only.
Just 1 week?
Yeah, because I tried it, you know.
Rookie of the year. What happened? Why'd you leave?
It was like the guy sucked my energy. I was feeling really drained. So that's why I didn't do it anymore.
The guys sucked your energy.
What club
Yeah.
did you go to?
Yeah, I mean, they're there to do that and then some. Okay, Aaron?
Obviously, 400K, you're doing OnlyFans. I don't have a problem with
Obviously.
nudity either. Yeah, of course. Because,
Okay.
how long would you be doing it? Would I make 400K every single year that I'm doing it?
Yeah.
Then hell yeah. And
Okay.
there's ways that you can take that money and invest it in something else, and you don't have to continue doing OnlyFans or whatever. Not that there's any problem
Rissa,
with
what
that.
would you pick?
I don't really want to communicate with men for money. So I'd rather just take the 40K and then I can find someone else who's making either better money or the same as me, and then we can just make a fucking
There
nice,
you go.
peaceful life off the grid.
Okay.
I like that.
2 girls, 1 blunt. Well, I mean, we kind of already know the answer. I'm coming to you, Kev.
400K all the way.
Okay, gotcha.
If
All
you're
right.
not taking it, you're dumb.
If you're not what?
If you're not taking it, you're dumb.
That's a microphone that you can talk into.
Oh, thanks, Adam. I
Or
thought it was a
respectable.
dick.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think it's
Yeah.
dumb. I
No,
think
I
it's
don't
just
think
a
it's
point.
dumb.
I think it's just a perspective. Like everybody's
Got it.
allowed to be themselves.
No,
like
I think the problem is that, like, personally for me, if I do the 400K, but I put, like, my nude body out there, I feel like that would really impact my self-esteem. I think it would make me depressed.
Your
I
mental
feel like I
health.
would not have bodily autonomy. So I feel like for me personally, it would wreck my potential to even make money in the future because I would just not be okay with it.
So
personally.
base, and also I feel like it's almost disrespectful to your future family as well. Like, did you guys see the thing about the kid who ran out of school because he was bullied about his mom's OnlyFans? Like, that is something that is going to continue to happen and happen and happen. And so I think it's also out of respect to your husband and your future
Then
family.
Jamie,
when
tell
the
your
Kim
future-
Kardashians kill
My
children
Hold on,
grow up,
Jamie, let Jamie
what
talk.
are they
Jamie,
gonna say?
Maria,
Guys,
calmate. Jamie, talk to your future self and tell yourself why you don't give a shit about pissing off your kid.
Well, who said I don't even know if I'll have kids? I gotta get married first.
You'll get there.
I gotta find a man.
You don't have to get married.
Okay. All right.
But
You saw that one
I just-
lady when she was on Pierce Morgan, when he's like, "What would you?" She was going to become an attorney,
He'll cry in a Ferrari.
and she goes, "I'll just cry in a Ferrari." What are you going to tell your future kids? He said, "Well, I'll just give my kid a Ferrari, and he'll cry in his Ferrari." Anyway, Natalia, wrap this thing up. Would you rather make 40 grand or 400 grand doing OnlyFans?
I would take the 40. I've never crossed that line of like promiscuity, so I feel like it takes a lot. Like I don't want to say I commend the girls, but it takes a lot of guts to do that. I've never crossed that line, so I don't think I have the guts into
Okay.
it. So
Thank you, ladies. Now let's get the guys' opinion. Gentlemen, Kevin, Brady, Sauce. I'll look in the mirror. Would you rather?
I was gonna ask you that.
Okay, would you rather a girl, working girl that makes 40 grand a year, or a girl that does OnlyFans that makes 400 grand a year? What would you pick?
But she only
So-
sells feet pics.
So
Relax.
a girl that makes 40 grand or 400 grand for the most part is not gonna do anything for me regardless. If she makes 400 grand for the most part, let's be real, she's not gonna do anything for the man anyway. The man's gonna spend the money regardless. So 40 grand. Even if it was the other way around, even if I have the girl paying for everything for me, I would still rather the 40 grand. I don't care about a girl that's doing
So
all
you don't
that.
think a girl that's making 400 grand doing OnlyFans is gonna pay your bills?
No, probably
Why
not.
wouldn't she pay your bills? She's making a ton of money.
That girls are just
No, girls
independent and
will
they're just-
totally pay your rent and pay your bills. What do you mean?
Even if I do find the right girl, I would still choose the 40 grand that's not doing that personally.
How could you say that, Kevin? What do you mean? This girl that's making 400 grand, she's gonna take care of you. She's gonna pay your rent. This is the type of girl that you're gonna bring home to mom. How could you say that?
It's the type of girl that I'm bringing home to mom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so
my mom can see her naked, my brother can see her naked.
Yeah,
my
that's
parents
rough.
see her
What a
naked.
limiting perspective.
Huh?
What a limiting perspective.
Yeah, I guess tough.
Shut
tough
up,
for me.
Adam. Eat my ass.
Okay, Brady, you're taking the girl that makes 40 grand a year, or the girl that
40K. But I mean, listen, are we talking?
why the 40K?
Well, hold on. Are we talking feet pics, right?
No, we're talking
I can change your mind.
OnlyFans.
Said feet pics. We're talking feet
We're
pics.
just
fine.
listen,
We're talking about nudity.
guys. We're not taking the easy way out here.
The
Feet
problem
pics.
is, if you're just doing feet pics, that's fine. But I know it probably will lead to something else, so I'm taking the 40K.
Yeah, and tell me why.
Because I don't want, I don't want my whole family, like you said, to see her fucking ass and tits everywhere.
Why is your family paying for her OnlyFans?
Yeah,
That's a good
kinda
point.
weird.
That's weird.
That's a good point. You don't know my family. No.
Family.
I had a friend who had her phone stolen, and somebody posted all of the naked pictures of her when she was a cam girl on her Facebook, and her dad and everybody saw it in her whole family.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
She didn't even get paid for
The
it
dad
either.
just gained like a ton of best
Did you guys
friends.
see that clip of the woman who's like screaming and crying? Like, typed my name into Google and all of my OnlyFans pictures are all over Google.
You
And
have
she's
to get a
freaking out and
DCMA
screaming and
lawyer.
crying. It's like, what did you expect?
She's an idiot.
It just because it's behind a paywall does not mean that it's safe. They can screenshot, they can screen record. That shit is out there forever.
Well, I'll say this. Here's the bottom line. I've dated both. I've dated the OnlyFans girl who was crazy as shit in all the good ways and the bad ways.
Yep.
And she was making a ton of money. She didn't pay for anything. Luckily, I was making more than her, so it wasn't a big deal. But she won't pay for shit. I've also dated the girl that makes no money, who's just equally as crazy, not as crazy as the OnlyFans girl. She also won't pay for shit. But there is a level of autonomy and respect when you're holding down the fort and the girl's like, I don't need your fucking money, all that ghetto shit. So you are right, Kevin. You are right, Brady. Sometimes as a man, it's just not worth it to have that type of baggage. Girls, go get your money. Do your thing. It's 100%. Great. Whatever. 100%. I'm just letting you know the type of guy that you may want to end up with is going to look at those options and say, I got option over here, Natalia, or option over here, Nagtalia, and I'm going to, you know, the money is attractive, I guess, but we also know, ladies, you're not paying a man's bills. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not taking him on trips. Yeah. You're not paying his car payment. So for a man, all that money you're making, it's great for you, but it's not great for us.
Doesn't matter.
Like we talked about initially, men are built to have dependence in their life. Mm-hmm. I'm making all this money in my life, in my financial firm, doing the podcasting, everything that we're doing with Minect. So when I have a family and wife and kids, I'll have millions in the bank and I'll take care of them. Women acquire all this money so they can say things like, I don't need no man, nobody needs to pay my bills. So it's a different situation. Mm-hmm. So I'm not clowning on the women. If you have the opportunity to make 400 grand by doing whatever the hell you do online, and there's guys willing to pay that, go for it.
It's biological, right? Because even going back to like olden times, like cavemen times, like that's what men did. They brought resources to share with their family and their communities. And that evolutionary psychology, I feel like, has stuck.
And most men...
Thank you, Amy. We're going to leave it there. Anyways, next story.
Adam.
Next story, Pixie.
Pixie, this is a story.
This is a story that I feel like you're going to find relevant. How old are you again, Pixie?
I am 24.
Perfect. You're the perfect girl to have this conversation with. So, do you know who Kevin Samuels is?
No.
Stop it. You don't know who Kevin Samuels is?
No.
All right, Deli, get this clip ready. So, you know, there was a famous song, Kenny Rogers, the gambler. Gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. You know, it's basically about a card game. Life is very much like a card game. You gotta know when to hold 'em, gotta know when to fold 'em, especially when you're a beautiful, young woman, like a lot of you girls on this panel right there. So, this certainly applies for youth and beauty. So what Kevin Samuels done is encourages ladies to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, okay? So he says basically there's different methodologies for women in their mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid-30s, 40s, and then when you end up in the Salvation Army. These are his words. So let's play this clip from Kevin Samuels talking about women's age and what they should do with their lifestyle. We have that ready?
Yep. Yeah, 27, time to sell. 30, 50% off. Over 35 on clearance. 40, outlet. 50, Goodwill, Salvation Army.
Okay.
Why? I have talked to women in...
Okay. So if you're 20 and under, you get the back to school sale. We all know about that. So 21 and under, you're good on that, right? But when you're 27, according to Kevin Samuels, GOAT, legend, all right? Some people love him, some people hate him. I can already see on the face on this panel, some people, you know, not exactly feeling what's going on here. But 27, time to sell, meaning time to submit to a man, his words. 30, you're 50% off at that point. 35, you're on clearance. 40, outlet. 50, Goodwill, Salvation Army. Okay, so Pixie, since you wanted to have this conversation, you said you're 24. Mm-hmm. So you've got 3 more years to sell before you go 50% off or on clearance. What are your thoughts?
What do you mean by sell? Like find a guy?
Yes.
I mean, I want to have a family, right? So I agree that I want to, like around early 30s or late 20s, I think would be the ideal time for me. I think the idea of like the second you turn 30, you're 50% off, that's like a kind of extreme for me. Like to me, and what I hope for my future husband as well, is that what they'll prioritize is that we're both like emotionally and financially stable, because that's how you're gonna raise the best children, you know? That should be basically the general priority.
But also it's the biological clock as well, right? I think that's where it comes into it, saying that like that's why women, it's 50% off, because it's like, well, damn, the clock's ticking. If I actually do want to have those children, then maybe I need to kind of forego some of the like qualifications that I was holding prior in order to make that happen.
Yeah, Pixie, 27, you better fucking freeze those eggs already.
Oh, but
Old ass chick.
I think that makes sense if you're planning to have children and have a family. That's like, okay, that's around the age that you have to start.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are not living that lifestyle.
Well, Amy, you're how old? 27?
I'm 28. I just turned 28. So
Well, you know, it's time to sell.
The clock's ticking.
Because
I know.
in 2 years, I'm going to get your ass 50%
That's
off.
my goal. By the time I'm 30, I want to be at least pregnant with my first baby, and I want a husband and I want kids. That's my goal.
That's
okay.
cute.
So you agree with Kevin Samuels here? Okay,
I
interesting.
mean, obviously, like, there's exceptions. There's some exceptionally beautiful, intelligent, smart women at 35 and 40, and then there's some who are at their peak sexual market value who are dumb as a sack of potatoes, and most guys probably wouldn't even be able to maintain a conversation. So I think it's a little bit more nuanced, but on the balance of probability, yes, I agree.
It's actually not that nuanced when it comes to age, to be honest with you.
I think
Because I don't give a shit what kind of master's, PhD degree. I say this all the time. If you went to high school during the time that I went to high school, I'm 42. If I even know you from high school, lose my number. Straight up, okay? So meaning, like, I'll tell a quick story. I got out of an Uber 2 weeks ago with a young lady that I'm seeing these days, whatever, friends, but you know. And she's in her early 20s, okay?
Oh.
And it just so happened that we pulled up to a venue in Miami, South Beach, and the girl that was getting in the Uber was a girl I knew from high school.
Oh.
That was in her late 30s, early 40s. And this is a girl, quite candidly, that I sweated back in the day. And now the sweating is completely reversed. So I get out of the Uber. I was like, hey, I won't say her name. Hey, you know, G, how are you? And she's like, Adam, what's up? And behind me comes this young, very attractive, kind of looks like Natalie a little bit, very attractive girl. How old are you, by the way?
24.
Okay, so exactly your age, boom. So she sees this girl and she realizes that we're going to the club while she's leaving the club alone at 39, 40 years of age. And you know how you can read someone's face and body language? Her level of excitement when she saw me get out of the Uber was like, yeah! And then she sees the girl like 2 seconds later hop out. She's like, oh, hey. And got in the Uber and went home alone. What's my point? Think I care where she went to college? Think I care what degree she has? I don't even know what she does for work. I don't give a shit. She's 40. For a man, like, that is kryptonite. Why? Because I'm very open. I actually want to find a woman, have kids, have a family. I'm not doing it with a 40-year-old. What kind of complications am I going to run into? Now, a 24-year-old, where do you go to school, Natalie? I don't give a shit. Don't even answer that. But that's the point. Because if you're that dude and you've got money, you've got status, you've got a network, all you want to do is to get a girl that's on your team, gets on your page.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we all know none of you girls are paying my bills. So if I'm going to pay your bills, I want you to get on my program. No?
That's all
no, it makes
I
sense.
was more so referring to, like, there's still women in their early 30s. Some of them are still, like, could still be mistaken for their 20s. There's still some beautiful, very young at heart women in that kind of age bracket. It's not common, but that's what I was mostly referring to versus, like, the education.
That's fine.
I think you're assuming that your, like, high school friend or whatever looked at her and she was like, at the 23-year-old because she was intimidated. But it might be like, when I see very large age gaps between like older men, younger women, to me, if I have that kind of reaction, it just screams like red flag, and I see like midlife crisis written all over that. And instead of getting like a new car, they got like some 23-year-old
You couldn't
chick.
be further from the truth.
Really?
Because you're talking about a girl who's used to, because when this girl was 21, she was dating a 38-year-old, 40-year-old. Like this, women are built for this. Did you see the thing that I can throw it on my Instagram? It was like George Clooney and his girl that he's the age difference like 15 years. Mark Anthony and his girl age difference like 15 years. Fucking Robert De Niro's banging out 24-year-olds these days. And like women, the age difference between men and women, I would say that 80% of women are totally comfortable with that. 20% kind of find to be weird.
But your first example, like George Clooney, he was like known in Hollywood as like the single dude, never gonna get married again, because I think he had already been married. But Amal Clooney is literally like a civil rights lawyer. Like, it's not, to me, there's more to even just the first example that you had cited than just like the age gap or something like that. He married a woman who is like is very educated and is of means. You know, and is within his
So your
income
point is
bracket.
what?
that most men are going to settle down with somebody who's within their income bracket and who is around their age.
No.
Not unless you're George
Wait,
Clooney.
income bracket?
Income
Most
bracket?
men
I
are
don't
going to
think
settle
so.
down. How many millionaire men are settling down with women in their income bracket?
I can't
Zero.
speak to millionaire men, but I can speak to like
Well,
your
I do.
average working class
Well, I do, and I
American
can
is
tell you that you're dead wrong.
absolutely just marrying another woman who is like around him, who makes the same amount.
How
of money.
many
But he just
famous
said higher
athletes,
status.
rock stars, movie stars are just wifing up model number 7?
I'm not sure, but how many famous
But I am
models,
sure.
But how many are there in the whole world? Like, you're talking about the exception of the exception, right? Like, famous people represent, like, are out of touch in, like, a 1%. You're talking about, like, the average dude, and, like, this podcast is for, like, advice for the average dude who's trying to, like, get his money up and stuff like that. Realistically, he probably will marry somebody who's, like, around his age and within his income bracket because that's who you're around.
Wait,
you know, the average guy or, like, woman is not around, like, celebrities or
Yeah, the
billionaires
problem
or
is the
millionaires.
average woman does not want that average guy. The
She wa-
average woman, let's say you're
guy
the
with
average
cash.
woman,
Sure.
okay? Let's just use you as an example. You're the average woman, you make a certain amount of money, you're 5'7", like, you're the average woman, let's just say.
Okay.
You're not gonna date the average guy. You're gonna wanna date the millionaire who drives the Bugatti, that will kick ass, take names, and make money.
What about a
And the
Range
fact
Rover?
that you're
Wait,
saying
wait,
no
wait.
means
Okay.
you're delusional.
Wait, a
Because you
cou-
know that you'd rather date an awesome guy rather than a regular guy.
Wait.
Everybody
Would you
wants-
rather respect the guy you're dating or look down to the guy
Okay,
you're
wait.
dating?
Here's a couple of things. A lot
Yes.
of people might say that, but when we look at the actual statistics of marriage, yeah, they're marrying people around their similar income bracket. A lot of it is because that's who they come into contact to. But at the end of the day, that's the choices they're making. And then on top of that, I understand that you might personally not care about education, but the trend that we're seeing is that men who have a slightly above income bracket tend to marry women who have a slightly above education. And a big reason for that is because if they're going to have children, guess who's going to raise better children? A woman who's educated, who can teach her children about the future, about the world. And that's how you develop good children.
I actually agree with you. I say all the time that men solve for beauty. It's outer beauty and inner beauty. Meaning I'd rather have a girl who's a sweet, nice,
100%.
like motherly person than like, I've got 2 degrees, watch me. It's like, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Are you actually a good person? Or are you just saying it on paper? That's the big difference to me.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that for a lot of people, even though, you know, you can reduce it to 2 degrees, but it's also like, oh, like the general intelligence of that person, are they educated? Have they gone to college? Can they teach my children how to be a good future citizen and get that education and make those connections in the future? So I think education does play a part for a lot of people.
Okay. Well, let's get back to Kevin Samuels' point. Rissa, when you hear things like Kevin Samuels, you said you're 34. You're about to
35.
be 35. You look great for your age.
Thanks.
But you're on the verge of being 50% off to going on clearance.
So
When you hear something like that, how offended are you?
I just think that he's generalizing. My boyfriend's 26. So, I mean.
Your boyfriend's
Nice.
26?
Good for you.
Yeah, he is.
Good for you, Rissa.
And he said that
Wow.
one of the reasons why he wanted to be with me is because he's sick of young girls and their stupid bullshit. And so, I mean, that's just, I guess that's just a representation of like the maturity I've developed as a woman. I'm not saying girls who are in their mid-20s can't have that maturity, but when I was in my mid-20s, I left my boyfriend who was cheating on me and I was alone for a long time. And I think that was good for me. I think it helped develop me into the type of woman I am now. I've always been like what she was saying, like a good person, but I was having a hard time finding a man that could reciprocate that I was also attracted to. And so I feel like he's generalizing. I think a lot of women who are 35, they don't take care of themselves. You had like a girl on here one time that was like, oh, bouncing back in 1 year from having a baby, that's impossible. And I'm like, no, it's not. You're just an idiot. Like if you don't know how to bounce back from having a child, no matter what the age is, you know, like you're just generalizing yourself and putting yourself into a category. And that's
Kevin,
what I
how
feel like
old
he's
are you?
doing in the video.
I'm 26.
What type of girls do you date? What age group? What education level?
Education level, not particularly, nothing that matters, but in the 20s.
In the 20s.
Not above 30, not below 20.
Why aren't you looking for a 34, 35-year-old?
It's just...
She's educated, though.
I don't care about the education, again.
Oh, okay.
As you mentioned.
Wait, but do you have a degree yourself or like a...
High school.
Just high school?
Yeah.
See, well, that tracks. Like, he's not interested in looking for somebody with education because he personally doesn't have an education.
That's not why. It's
Yeah,
not
but
because I'm personally...
you're saying that
I'm not saying-
education
I'm not speaking to your
is
personal
graduating
motivations.
high
I'm
school and
just saying-
graduating college?
What's
The
that?
whole point of supply and demand is something that's rare. Any schmuck can graduate high school or college for that matter these days. It's not that cool. Like I graduated college. If I could do it all over again, I'd probably get right ass to the business world. I'd probably have another
What do you
billion
mean
bucks
when you
to my
say
name.
it's not that cool, though?
I'm just saying it's not what it used to be. Now,
Correct.
if you go to
Yeah.
a company and say, hey, I have a college degree, it's
Yeah.
like, get in line.
Yeah.
Because there's a garbage can over
is
there.
still one of the most reliable
Skills pay the
ways
bills, degrees
to-
pay fees. So if you're in that old school
Adam,
mentality,
on average,
that
though,
you think
who
a
makes more
college
money?
degree.
Somebody who has a college degree or somebody who has a high school diploma?
Yes, if you want to use stats from 20 years ago.
No, I mean now, in 2023.
I'm telling you right now, if you want to use stats from years ago.
No, from 2023, though.
Let me speak on my own show. I'll tell you the answer.
Sure.
If you want to use stats, over time, a high school degree will make $1 million over their lifetime. A college degree will make $2 million over their lifetime. A master's degree will make $3 million over their lifetime. But we have not seen enough evidence in the last 5 years, since the internet, since YouTube, since COVID, to basically show you that entrepreneurs, drop shippers, AI, tech, crypto, OnlyFans for that matter,
OnlyFans.
that it's changed the game.
Yeah.
So yes, you are right from stats 10 years ago. I'm just saying there's a new breed of entrepreneur, hustler, person out there that's making money, and those stats, I'm assuming, are going to be a lot different in the future.
Well, what you have is a hypothesis. So you're guessing, you're making an educated guess that maybe those fields will be very lucrative in like 10, 20 years, and that might bear
Those
out to be
fields
the
are very
case.
lucrative now, so you
For
can
some,
take.
sure.
Okay,
For a lot of people, there's
here's the
plenty
problem
of
that I
losers with
have
those.
with people that talk out of both sides of their mouth. Here's the problem, and I'm calling you out.
Sure.
You just said that you would rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans than 40 grand using your college degree. So which one is it, sweetheart? Do you want to make 400 grand on OnlyFans, or do you want to make 400 grand with your college degree?
You just changed the hypothetical.
No,
though. That
that's
wasn't
exactly
what
what's going on
that
here.
wasn't what it is, though.
No,
And,
that's
like,
exact.
You asked me
No,
a
no, 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 no.
hypothetical
Answer
question,
that
like,
question.
If you could have like your dream car right now, no expenses paid, would you want it? And it's
No,
like,
no,
yeah,
that-
of course, but that's not the reality that we live in.
You're using
I'm
a
not
straw
going-
man
I could-
fallacy
I could
here.
have, like,
Way to
a
move the
OnlyFans
goalposts.
business. Find out
Answer
who would
this
make that.
question. Would you rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans or 40 grand working a regular job?
I already
Just
answered
answer
the
that
question. I already answered it though, and
And
I
what
said
was the answer?
I said 400K.
Exactly.
But this is like fairyland. That's not going to happen.
What do you mean that's not going to happen?
not gonna-
She just said she made that amount of money. So did they.
Yeah, but that's an exception to the rule. The average person
No, she's
model
just
on
hot and
OnlyFans.
she's not annoying.
The average person on OnlyFans does not make 400K and is probably not going to make 400K. That's very like.
I agree with you. If I could do it all again, I would not go to college. I would do things differently. But I mean, I'm happy that I'm in college because it's taught me things like that I needed to push me off, like, and expanded my mind, taught me discipline and things like that. But I also learned discipline from competing in fitness shows, which has nothing to do with my degree at all.
Exactly.
So,
And Aaron, where did you go to college?
I went to UTRGV and I have my undergraduate degree
To where?
in
To where?
UTRGV.
What is that?
University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. So it's an offset of like the
Okay,
UT
so it's like a
Austin system.
third-tier college. No offense. You didn't go to
It's a
Texas
state college.
A&M. You didn't go to UT Austin. You went to Texas.
I was automatically accepted to UT Austin, but I went to UTRGV.
So you got accepted to a great school, but you picked a shitty school?
It's not a shitty school at all. It's the same network.
What is it called?
UTRGV.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah,
but the
no,
point is
it's-
this.
it's only been around for like a few years.
When I asked you that question earlier, would you rather make 40 grand working a regular job or 400K on OnlyFans? I went to college, I'm gonna work my job. Don't just be like, well, I'd rather take the 400 grand, because that loses credibility here.
Why?
So when you make the argument for college, then why go to college if you can just start stripping or go to OnlyFans? Which one is it?
Because those jobs have like a ceiling on them right away. They're not going to be lucrative like well
So
into
then
your
why
years,
did you
if they're
pick
even
it?
lucrative at all.
So then why did you pick it?
Because you gave me like an impossible like a very
It
unrealistic
wasn't that
hypothetical.
impossible.
No, but you
okay?
could have chose 40 with
Amy
a
over here
college
said
degree.
40. Natalia said 40. You could have said 40, but you picked the 400 grand.
Of course, because I would choose to make more money, obviously. But that's not what like statistically. That's not like
so the
OnlyFans
point
is
is
not
this.
what's going to be likely to
What?
lead to me becoming
But
like
that's
half
the
a
point. If
millionaire.
you're choosing to make more money, you don't need necessarily a college degree.
No,
to
you
do that,
don't
'cause
need
you
to.
can
But if
make
we're
the
talking
400K
about like
doing the OnlyFans
averages
without a
and what's
college
going
degree.
to maximize your chances of making the most amount of money, the stats that we know in 2023 is that like a diploma, not just a high school one, but like higher education, like an undergraduate and master's program, is going to be the thing that reliably increases your income year over year.
Then why is student loan debt higher than the national credit card debt? Like, why aren't people making
Because the
enough
cost of
money? Why aren't
education is
people making
becoming
enough
more
money
expensive.
to be able to pay back the
because the
degrees
cost
that they're
of
going to
education
get?
is becoming more expensive because some degrees are becoming more and
And
more valuable.
what?
Like
and
you were
so
dissing my school,
you're
but
still-
it literally,
you're
statistically,
proving
it
the
does not
point,
matter that
though.
I went to UTRGV instead of UT Austin because I have a STEM degree, and a STEM degree ends up on average paying the same amount of money whether you get it from fucking Harvard or you get it from UTRGV. It's a STEM degree.
I'm not dissing college. I went
No,
to
you
college.
know what I'm saying? You just
All right,
like,
you're-
oh, you went to the
Are you
shitty
gonna talk
school.
or are you going to
but-
listen? Because you
I'll
can't do
listen to
both,
you.
sweetheart. All right, so listen. I went to college. I'm not dissing college. I paid back my $20,000 student loans. Boom, cut a check when I made money. I was done with it. The point is this. I'm not advocating for not going to college. But for when I ask you straight up, would you rather make 400 grand on OnlyFans or get a job that pays you 40 grand? You picked OnlyFans, baby girl. You should have doubled down and said, you know what? I'll start at that 40 grand job, do my step job, get a raise, get to 60, get to 80, start my own company. No, but you took the 400
You
grand
didn't want
OnlyFans.
nuance though. You wanted like, do you want this job or that job? And we know it makes
And what did
400K.
you
You want
pick?
40K,
And
and
what
I picked
did you pick?
400K because in your unrealistic
picked the
hypothetical,
OnlyFans. I
yeah, I
rest my
picked
case.
400K.
I
Yeah,
think
well,
there's a misunderstanding. I think there's a misunderstanding because the panel has a diverse of a college degree, and the panel does have a diverse of people who are successful on OnlyFans. So you can't really say it's unrealistic when a good amount of people on today's panel, just itself, in front of you,
And I've
are making
recruited
money from
several
OnlyFans.
women, and
selection bias, though.
I myself have recruited several women who had their degree to be lawyers. One bitch was literally a fucking neurosurgeon. What is it called? A neurosurgeon.
Yeah, neurosurgeon.
Okay. She quit to do OnlyFans. So like this is just a retarded ass argument.
I think there's just a fundamental misunderstanding here, right? The idea of like, are you guaranteed to make 400K or will you maybe make 400K? Because the vast majority of women on OnlyFans, sadly, are not making 400K. They're making a lot less.
2,500 a month.
Or no,
the average.
That's
the 1%.
that
The 1%.
really the average?
For the
1%.
On OnlyFans?
We're talking
I
about
don't
like
know
the
any
98%.
OnlyFans girl that's
You're not
These
making
are
that
like
much.
girls who
I
don't know
don't know
business.
an OnlyFans girl
The
that's not
average
making
chicks are
money.
making great money.
The
on
average
OnlyFans.
person
That's what I'm saying.
is
I don't know. Like,
average.
Yeah,
So
the
they're
average
not gonna-
person is
Let me just
average.
get some
Do not
finality to
average
this
things to
entire
make money.
conversation.
Yeah.
This whole thing started
Top
with when a
1%.
woman should sell, when a woman goes on
When to hold 'em, when
clearance,
to fold 'em.
when she hits the goodwill. Just so we're all clear here, let's go down the list here. Okay, Zena, at what age would you like to sell and be married to some dude? What age?
Well, I got married at 21, so. But now.
And you're how
I'm
old now?
27, so I'm
Okay.
approaching the wall.
Okay, so by
So
30,
young.
you don't want to be 50% off.
No, I want to already be settled down. Not settled down, but I want to have a man that I'm for
Got
sure building a future with, and either already have one child, or at least be about to pop out.
Got it. So you're ready to
Yeah.
get this party started. You're ready
Because
to sell.
by the time you're 30, you have a significant amount of your eggs that have dried up, and that's biological.
And at 35, you're what's called a geriatric pregnancy. Amy, you already answered this. You're looking to get wiped out
Exact
for the
same
next
thing
2
as
years.
Zena, yeah.
Okay.
I was even married around the same age as well. So
There you go.
But I had that mentality anyway. I knew, like, when I was a teenager, 16, I was like, I need to be married by 22 and having kids by
Make it
23.
happen.
So I did get married. I didn't consummate that marriage, but like, yeah, I got married to some Canadian.
Natalie,
trust fund.
you're 24. So you're in prime age, like your sexual market value is as good as it gets right now. But by 27, it'll be time to sell. What time do you like to sell?
Ideally, I'd like to be between 28 and 32.
28
That
and 32.
nice little 4-year
Okay.
age range.
There you go. Okay.
It's my sweet
Pixie,
spot.
you're 24.
Yeah, late 20s or early 30s. I will say, just based off my anecdotal family experience, most of my family got married around their early 30s. Were able to have children, multiple children, and there's like basically no divorces. So I feel like there's a lot of stability there, and that's the number one priority. If I want children, I want to make sure that they're going to be in a stable household. So I think like early 30s, late 20s.
Okay. Maria, when are you going to give up this crazy lifestyle of making out with all the women you see and all the boys that are tracking you?
All the
When are you going to
cake.
settle down and be a good wife?
I don't want to give it up. I don't want to. But get pregnant, I don't know, probably like 28,
28. And how old are you now?
22.
22. All right, so
Oh,
you got time. You're good. You're a youngin'. Okay. Aaron, my good friend, that's very argumentative. I respect it. When are you going to give away this annoying, argumentative life and be a submissive good wife?
Oh, absolutely never.
Okay.
But
Nice.
I'm 24 right now, and I'll probably be married before, and maybe with a child before 28.
28?
But probably under 30.
And just to be clear, what type of guy you're looking for?
No, I already have a man.
Okay. But I thought you were pansexual. Yeah.
I am. My
Okay.
sexuality didn't change because I got into a relationship.
You know what? I always like girls like you on the panel because, you get my blood boiling and that's
Spicy.
I like it too.
Rissa?
But like, what if it doesn't
totally
go
good.
this way for you guys? Like, what if it goes the direction where you are still single at 34? Like, are you gonna feel like what he said is generalizing as 50% off? Because I mean, I was single up until a year ago,
Well,
but like I was also
technically-
looking for someone that was right for
Technically,
me.
you're on clearance at that point, just according to Kevin Samuels.
Well, how long were you single?
His
How long
rule.
were you single for?
A while. Like
What-
not in
what's
a situationship is not a real relationship. So like, I mean, someone calling me their girlfriend, a while.
He's a lot younger too, right? You said like, okay.
But he's a great
So-
human being. Like, and that's just what it comes down to.
Do you feel like at the point before you guys met, you had kind of sacrificed any of your standards at that point, your mindset at all, or no, not really?
When I was stupid.
Yeah, okay. But then you
And
met
then I got
somebody who met those expectations and you were like, thank God. Okay.
Yes.
But for a moment, for a second, you did consider like...
When I was younger and
Yeah.
stupider, I was
Okay.
like, oh yeah, you know, he likes me. He's just acting out.
Right.
You know, whatever lies girls tell themselves when guys aren't treating them the way that they deserve to be treated. And then I realized, why am I lying to myself when I can just have what I really want?
No, I think the idea of like, oh, clearance, so you should just take any man is really dangerous because that's how you end up with going to be like an absentee father or a deadbeat
Abuser,
father.
yeah.
So
I know.
I rather, you know, I want to have children, but if I can't find the right guy or whatever, and I turn 40, whatever, you know, clearance, I'm just going to suck it up because why would you put your children through?
that's not what
Pixie,
Kevin...
you just hit the nail on the head, baby girl.
Go,
Sometimes,
Pixie.
here's what. So all it is you need to realize, hey, listen, okay, whether I agree with Kevin Samuels or not is almost irrelevant. But at some point, I need to understand that, as Amy talks about, whether you're 50% off clearance, Goodwill, outlet, there is a ticking time clock for women. And usually that number is 30-ish, okay? So whether you're 27 or 32 or 34, like the epiphany stage, what do you call it, the wall?
Hitting the wall.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, like,
I felt
for
like I could've
a guy's wall is like in his mid-40s.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
A woman's wall is late 20s. Men and women are not the same. You know, they say that men and women are not equal or they are
Yeah.
equal. Equal means exactly the same. Men and women are not the same. So do what you want to do, but just know that 50% off, clearance, outlet, Goodwill, the wall, this is around the corner. So capitalize on your beauty and your youth. That's my
Also, I wanted to clarify.
I wanted to
I just
clarify
wait.
that because I spoke with Kevin in person. That's not what he meant when saying that. Clearance does not mean just take anything. It meant what he talks about when he breaks it down. He says women are very we're picky. We have all these high standards because of social media. He has a whole breakdown. Clearance just means obviously once you're on clearance and you're getting older, you can't be as picky. You can't be expecting to get a man that is making $400K a year and successful and famous and all that stuff. You
And
need to
6 foot
start
and
looking
this
at
and that.
these average men that can be potential and good fathers. Average men can and absolutely be good fathers. That's what it
Correct.
means. It
Thank
doesn't
you.
mean just
All
take
right,
anything.
thank you for that. Here's the last thing, and then we got to wrap up, guys. By the way, everyone take a deep breath, have a drink. We're all good. We're all good.
A lot of
Adam, I
water.
really have to go to the bathroom. Can I go? Can I run real quick?
All right, well, if you really have to go.
I do. I really have to go. Please don't
Okay,
be mad
how
at me.
about I give you the first response to this, and then
Okay,
you run off.
okay, that sounds good. Let's do that.
So,
She's
Deli,
like,
here's the last thing of the
That's
day.
gonna be a fast response.
Because I feel like this is right up your alley here.
Okay.
So, oops, it happened again. Brittney Spears got divorced one more time. So, if you like her music, there's a little reference right there. No? So, Brittney, I think we have an article. So, Brittney's 41, and her husband, who's Sam Ashgari, 29, filed for divorce this week, citing irreconcilable differences. There they are right there. Sources claimed it's been very toxic. I think she had a song called Toxic between them for a long time. Now, there's been accusations of infidelity. There's been accusations that she's not taking her meds, that she's drinking. We all see that she's been basically in some sort of conservatorship.
MK Ultra looking kind of situation.
You know, Brittney, just
Free
for the record
Britney.
here, guys, who's old enough to remember when Brittney came out with her first song in 1998?
Sadly,
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
100%.
She was, and I kid you not, and I'm not saying this lightly, the hottest thing on the planet. Okay? She might have been 17. Some people have been in fucking jail for liking that. I was 18 at the time, so I'm good. Oh my God. Okay? But Brittney was the hottest thing on the planet. Now, she's just kind of sad, right? Yeah. So now this guy divorced her. Sam, who's a nobody before this, okay? Now, the reality is based on their prenup, Brittany's not going to have to pay him any money. Apparently, he's able to keep all the gifts and the cars, but that's about it. Now, the stats show that women file for divorce 70% of the time, and it skyrockets up to 90% of the time when you have a college degree. Now, I don't think Brittany went to college. She certainly didn't go to University of Texas, Riverdale, one of the most prestigious schools in the world. We all know that. But Sam is the one that filed for divorce. So, Amy,
Yeah.
Sam's 29, Brittany's 41. with a whole host of issues. This is her third marriage that didn't work out. Why did Sam go against the odds and decide to divorce her? Walk me through this process. You're a smart girl. Why did Sam want to divorce Brittney?
Well, first, we got to bring up that stat that when it goes up to 90% when women are educated, because I think overall, when women are college educated, the overall incidence for divorce actually goes down. So I did just want to clarify that one point.
You're saying that when
women are college educated, the overall likelihood that they will be divorced actually goes down significantly versus dating a woman who isn't college educated. Now, when you do get divorced, it is a higher incidence if she's college educated, if it gets to that point, but the likelihood that will ever occur is significantly less if the woman's college educated. And this is backed up in the statistics. So it's kind of like a weird, yeah.
Nobody understands what you just said. So, Brittney, for the record, the more the education that women get, the more they file for divorce. I kind of see what you're saying, that the more education they have, the less likely they are to file for divorce.
But then when they do, then yes, okay.
Basically, we're saying the same thing,
So
and it's backwards.
why
It's 6
did
and half
he-
a dozen. Why did this dude leave Brittney Spears, who was the hottest thing on the planet in
Because
1998?
she's not the hottest thing on the planet
Anymore.
Clearly, she's mentally ill. Clearly, she's
Yes.
going through a lot. You don't
Yes,
have to look very
100%.
hard into her, profile to see that. So I would question the intentions he had going into that marriage in the first place. Even if it wasn't ultimately to get money and resources. Obviously, they had a prenup in place. He still financially benefited. People know his name. Like you said, he now has cars. He has all of these other things. So
all clout.
for him, it's still a win.
Oh, it's a W for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go to the bathroom. Have a nice time.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you in
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit. Brady.
Yo.
If how old are you, by the way?
43.
Really?
Oh.
Yep.
So you have the opportunity to go marry Brittney Spears. You taking it?
All day.
All day?
Exactly.
100%. Why not? I thought she was hot back in the day. She's still kind of good looking now. She's in her 40s. I'm in my 40s. She's got kids. I got kids. Let's party.
You're just gonna party that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, why not?
Kevin,
I just
you're.
want to make sure she takes her fucking
You're
medication.
27.
26.
So you're 26. So you're a little bit younger than this guy Sam, who's 29. He filed for divorce. Are you gonna wife up Brittney Spears?
No,
Why not?
not my type.
She used to be hot.
I was too young when she was hot.
You weren't around. You weren't around.
Yeah. I was
Gotcha.
97.
But she's multi-millionaire.
still not going to do nothing for me.
Yeah.
Or not much.
I want to say something. Okay.
Okay, Maria, go ahead.
Please.
Are you gonna wife up Brittney Spears?
She's a huge inspiration for me, and I feel like people is taking advantage of her. That's what he did. And the thing is that people don't want to help her. Like, we need more people in this world that wants to help other people, to become better. That's what she needs. And she never had that,
So you feel bad
that
for
really
Brittney?
care about them.
You feel bad for Brittney?
I feel bad because that's what happened. Like, when you're famous and you have money,
Okay.
people just wants to take that.
How many
from
women on this panel feel bad for Britney Spears?
me.
You
Yeah.
actually feel bad for Britney?
I feel
Why do you feel bad for Britney Spears?
What's wrong with her?
She's going through a conservatorship. They basically the reason she's on medication is because her family
Fucked her up.
They fucked her up.
Big
Like,
time.
it's not that she actually needed it.
Yeah.
They put her through all of this horrible,
Her dad
abuse,
fucked her up
keeping
bad.
her.
Slavery,
I
Kelly,
can't
find
relate.
her net worth real quick.
Hey, I'm really like
Well, she also
hyperactive.
was basically pimped out
Find her
to
net
media
worth.
from an early age. She
Yeah.
was 17 as a sex icon. Before she was even 18, she was a major sex icon.
She got passed
At the
around,
age of
too.
16, 17 is when she first came out. She was actually 16 when she first came out.
Yo,
not
when you
17.
have so
from
much-
that early age, before you're even fully developed, she didn't experience life. She was being pimped out to media as a sex icon. Her family was down her neck. She had managers. She had all the people, like her whole entire team is down her back of what she had to do. That bitch went crazy. She lost her mind. Like most young adult actresses lose their mind
So
and go crazy and get on drugs.
doesn't
and
she have a sister?
Her sister kind of went crazy too.
Okay.
And then they also
So if it was so
disassociated.
bad, why would she encourage her sister to go follow the same path that she went down? By the way, she's worth $60 million. It might even be more than that.
Well, you can use that same argument for girls that actually, like, for example, in sex business and or are prostitutes or trafficking. What do? They get that sympathy by getting other girls to
Let
do
me
it
ask
with
you,
them.
how many of you girls would switch places with Britney Spears? Meaning, not switch lives, but take Britney's life. You're worth $60 million. You're an icon. You're one of the best-selling musicians of all time. How many of you girls would be the modern-day Britney Spears? None of you?
The conservatorship is the thing to me that kills it.
She doesn't even have it
She
anymore.
wasn't
I think
even
she's
allowed
out
to
of
touch
it.
her own money.
You guys just want to be regular ass basic hoes and you're not going to be Brittney Spears?
Well, here's
Her
the deal,
mentor
right?
would
Really?
Autonomy.
Her
Most of
father
her
was
net
in control
worth-
of her money.
Yeah, most of her net worth, like what she accumulated over time, went to her father, went to the people that her father was paying. So she didn't keep the majority of that money, straight up. And then second of all, I don't know if you can really put a price on like being mentally healthy. Like she's probably gonna be fucked up for the rest of her life. Like I don't know how many millions of dollars.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
And I don't think I can actually come back from it.
So, okay, bottom line is this. You know, they say that life is
It's awful.
transactional, right? You know, they say that men love idealistically, women will love opportunistically. I think that Sam was loving opportunistically in this situation, and she was probably loving a little bit more idealistically. But that's what happens when these, roles are flipped. What do you think that she was expecting out of this relationship? What do you think he was looking for out of this relationship? Rissa? So you have a relationship that you're almost 10 years older than your man.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of similar. What's going on?
I mean, I think he was just using her at the end of the day, honestly. I mean, I think that there might have been a small connection there in the beginning, but I don't think that there was anything substantial. Otherwise, he wouldn't be filing for a divorce when he signed a prenup. Because, like, he's not really, what is he getting his name known? Like, it's not like he got some famous stardom out of it or something like that. Like, he's just a guy who got gifts, like, and they talk about him. All right, big deal. Like, I think that he's just using it to his advantage.
Okay, how much did age play a factor in their relationship?
Like, in what sense?
That he's...
For the breakup, you mean?
He's 12 years younger.
Do you mean like the breakup or you mean like the
Yeah,
start of their relationship?
The breakup.
He looks like he's gay.
I mean, she quit taking care of herself. She she did have a lot of mental problems though. So like, I agree with them. Like, it's not necessarily easy to take care of yourself if you're going through that much mental, like so much abuse of power was used against her in her life from an early age. So like, it's kind of hard to take care of yourself when you don't have mental clarity as a woman.
Am I the only person on this panel that does not feel bad for Brittney Spears?
I don't feel bad for her.
I just remember
you can't expect something out of someone.
She's being fucking controlled
There's
by
so
somebody.
many people.
It's called a handler.
Like if I
Shaving
put
her
a
head.
list together of people I feel bad for, or people that have it bad,
She's not in it.
Britney Spears is not in my top million.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for her. I just
Okay.
think that she
That's
was
true.
in a
She had that.
situation where she was taken advantage of. And like, I think that she has a choice now of where she wants to go with her life. And she's either going to choose to continue to be mentally ill and not get help, or she's going to,
I don't think
help
it's a
herself
choice.
or get help from other people.
where you pointed out how you're not present. This is the moment you need to be present.
With Britney Spears?
And sympathize, because you're looking
She
at it
shaved her
at
head.
a financial. You're
I'm
looking
not.
at it
I'm actually not even.
Remember when Britney
You
shaved
guys
her
are.
head?
You guys are like Britney Spears. We feel so bad for her, as if she didn't have any responsibility, as if she has no accountability, if she had made none of these decisions herself.
Legally, she
I
couldn't
feel
make
bad for all
any.
these child
Wait,
stars.
but legally she couldn't make any decisions. That's a known factor. That's what she was going to court for so many years, to be able to make her own decisions for
And
her own
she
life.
won the battle.
Her
She's
fa-
out of the conservatorship.
Now, and look how crazy she is now after
But that
years,
happens
after
to a lot of
20, 30
artists.
years.
Not
She's
just her.
out of the conservatorship. She had the ability to get married.
But imagine
it was her decision to do it.
After she's already lost her mind, the girl is broken. That's not a person.
Imagine having 20 or 30 years of basically
you've lost all your
she
your
just really
her
crazy
fucking
because
head.
she's
After
crazy.
they've already taken the majority
Don't
of
you
her
think that
funds.
maybe she was put in the conservatorship for a good reason?
No,
Because it was
Really?
It was
that.
abuse of power. That's all it was.
But then you would have to ask that too. That means she was mental to begin with. So again, I would still feel bad. Like, bitch was mental the entire time.
Okay, so here we have a distinguishment. All the women feel bad for Britney Spears.
No.
You don't?
I don't feel bad for her. I just think that there was an abuse of power, and like that's just how it went.
Okay.
Like that doesn't mean I'm like, oh, sad, woe is you. Like, no, I just think that that's just how it went. Abuse of power.
None of the gentlemen feel bad. Kevin wants no part of her. Brady will wife her up tomorrow.
I'll go out on a date with her 100%. We'll shave our heads together. I don't give a fuck.
Like, how
All right.
different do you think your life would be if you said you're 42, right?
Yes.
If only like 2 years ago, up until like 2 years ago, you had a conservatorship over like all of your income and your entire life. Don't you think you would be like mentally in a much different place if you lived in that life?
No,
I think
because I'm
people have
mentally
a lot of
strong and I don't
sympathy.
fucking break like these fucking
My man.
What if you
Hollywood
have some
bitches.
medication for abusive physical
Or some medication,
relationships?
made no money or royalties,
but
all
they
that went to
don't
like
have
your dad
any-
or your
Well,
mom.
guys, let's just leave it there because we got some bills to pay and we gotta go. And we got some girls to go to bathroom breaks. We got some super chats, Nat?
Yes, we got some super chats.
Okay.
Yes.
You forgot to remind me throughout
No,
the
I didn't
episode.
have to remind you. It was good. We were having good back and forth conversation.
Go get
On
it.
fire. Awesome.
We got to wrap up.
All right, well, happy SOSCAST Day. Thank you for the super chat. Before I get started, make sure to subscribe and like and do all those fun things. We'll start off with Brian Harris, W Nat. Hit me up, W Nat.
Wow, that's a first.
Yeah, W
Congrats.
Nat. That's nice too. We have Han. Okay, but singing was trash. TRC, man, Toby,
dude,
Winnipeg. I got 8 babies, 3 baby mothers. I can take care of my babies, my family. My girlfriend passed away December 19th. I got land and I got a house. I pay no tax.
That's my guy, TRC.
And then we have a chat. I got his name cut off, but I see he chatted us. He said, coming from a home inspector who owns his own company, pays himself minimum wage. A company makes 30 to 36K per month. You kids are overlooking tradesmen, people having an expertise. That's what money makes. Then we have Darren Hilton. KS was talking about marriage, not dating. If you're not being actively vetted for marriage, your situationship doesn't matter. Then we have Matthew J. Lozana. Adam, do a series networking. It would, here we go. Adam, do a series on networking. It would kill. Love the show. Love you, Nat. Thanks, Matt.
Great advice.
Nice. And then that's it for super chats. Thank you all for super chats. Now let's go to Adam's favorite part, the happy ending.
Are you guys sharing a phone?
Yeah.
My phone died.
Your phone died.
Oh.
Your phone died?
Yeah.
The day that you know that you have a show?
Damn.
We're going to discuss that later. I'm about to network my foot up your ass.
You're so sassy. Sassy.
You forgot to charge your phone?
Yes.
How'd that happen?
I forgot to charge it.
Do better, Nat. Do
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Thank God Brady's here.
Thanks, Brady.
You know what? Every
good for
woman needs a
something.
good
I don't say
man
a whole lot,
to
but-
provide and protect a phone for them. And thank God he was present here with his phone. Imagine if he wasn't present.
Okay.
Imagine if he wasn't able to provide a phone for you.
Can you talk nicer to me?
I provide a lot more too.
Yes. Okay.
Very
Talk nicer to me.
Anyway, since our musical guest is coming back on the panel, hello, Maria.
Muffins.
Bienvenida.
Muffins.
Go ahead, sit next to your friend. Okay, my bad. All right, guys, this is what is called the happy ending. It's time for the happy ending on the show where everybody gets to kind of. What's that?
Everybody get naked.
Emily, we all know that when you hear of happy ending, you get your glove out. But this is actually just for
Everybody
people
get
to
naked.
express what they liked about the show. So this is where you can basically say your biggest takeaway from the show and also plug yourself. Bing, 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 bing. So people can find you on social media. Let's start with the ladies over here. Zena.
So I think it was a great show. Obviously, I've been here before. You guys run a very good podcast. I like the conversation we had. I like that it was based around, I guess, money and... Oh, I'm supposed to look at this? Oh.
Go for it.
I like that it's based around money. I think it was a great conversation to talk about, like OnlyFans, stripping, realtor, all that. Leave Brittney alone. And yeah, follow me on Xena the Witcher Twitter and Xena the Witch on Kick.
Nice.
The Witch. Oh,
Xena the Witch.
Okay.
Sorry.
Amy Dangerfield, welcome back. We love to have you.
I love to be here.
Thank
It's always
you.
so fun. I love
Yes.
you guys. I love this podcast. I really enjoyed this conversation. Love being on here with my girls, Xena and Pixie. This was awesome. I loved hearing from all the other ladies as well. I think this is the biggest panel that I've been on for the SOSCAST, aside from that fresh and fit
Well,
one.
it's not the
so-
size that counts. It's what you do with it,
Well,
Amy.
that's true. I enjoy
Right, Brady?
hearing
100%.
many
That's right.
different
That's right.
perspectives. Yes.
Thank you. Where can people find you, Amy?
Oh, YouTube. Check out my YouTube, guys. Amy Dangerfield. And then Instagram, Automate with Amy. And what's it called now? X? The X platform?
Oh,
Amy
yeah,
Dangerfield
Yeah.
as well.
Natalie,
Adam, thank you again
what was your
for
biggest
having me.
takeaway? Where can we find you?
I'll keep it light and airy. You get one life. Do what makes you fucking happy.
So 24.
Yeah,
So
that's
24.
YOLO. Hashtag YOLO.
So cute.
Okay. Pixie? Oh, where can people find you, Natalie?
Oh, I only have Instagram. I'm looking over here. Natalie_airs10 is my IG. That's it.
Okay. Pixie,
Hi.
just when I thought that we would fight, the girl you bring, we fight with.
It was on purpose, you know.
Yes.
I gotta.
You brought in a mercenary, just ready to scrap.
Oh,
Go ahead, Pixie. Pixie, you did it again, Pixie.
But you can follow me in Pixie Love, PXIE LOVE. my biggest takeaway is I really enjoy coming here. I feel like even when we get into it, you guys are always like very respectful towards me, and I hope I'm giving back that energy when I talk to you. I feel like we can have really good discussions and like, you know, come with a better understanding all around about life and stuff.
That a girl, Pixie. Thank you. You got this like goofy sweetness. I don't know what it is.
I love it.
It's like
I love it.
I don't know what it is. Pixie's very unique. You know what I'm saying?
Looks like Taylor
She's like, oh, shucks. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me get serious for a second. Maria, it's just me and you right here. Listen to me. I want to see all your muffins, your cookies. I want to see your cakes.
Definitely.
She's got a bakery, bro.
Definitely.
Maria, I want you to sing me something nice.
Right now.
Right now. And I want to talk about nice kisses and besos and cakes.
Wow.
And Zena's right here.
I
So if you want to have a menage a trois song, go for this.
One last kiss.
Go for this song.
Sing to her. Sing to her.
Sing for Zena and Adam. This is going to be a me encanta threesome. Just singing.
Me encanta el threesome. Oh my God.
I want you to sing a song for me and Zena. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, me right now.
Sing.
Right now.
Oh, Sina, you're so fucking hot, baby. Hey. You're so fucking hot, baby. You almost fucking crashed me in the floor. Remember?
Let's go.
She fight me.
You want to kiss?
Clap it up for
I
that.
love Sina.
Yeah, she have one more kiss.
Okay. Now, Aaron, where can people find you, Maria?
I'm at Roses in Instagram. But I just want to say that, girls, please don't be too jealous with your guy. Just let him be.
It's beautiful.
Might have been the best thing she said all day. Ladies, listen up.
So beautiful.
Ladies, please listen to Maria.
Girls, everyone,
say
take
that again
advice from
louder.
Maria. Yeah,
Maria,
good.
please say that one more time.
Don't be jealous.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
be
track them.
aggressive.
Tell the ladies why. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, just
The
track
most
them.
important person talking, Maria. Tell the girls why they should not be jealous and let the guys do whatever they want to do. Go ahead, Maria.
Yes, do whatever you want. Yes, baby.
I need a girl like Maria in my fucking life.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There you go.
Do whatever I want to do.
Jesus.
Maria,
That's
you're a
phone sex
blessing
voice.
in disguise. Keep doing whatever you're doing. Okay, Aaron.
Making muffins.
It's just me and you now. Sing
the
a
two
song.
of us.
Sing a song for me, Aaron.
No, I'm tone deaf. I
Sing a
can't.
song.
No, I can't. I'm fucking
Okay.
tone deaf.
Yeah.
You don't
I
want
know.
me to sing to you.
I know. Aaron, where can the people find you? What should we know about you other than we already know?
Well, I'm at Straighterade on every platform, Instagram, the app formerly known as Twitter, I guess x.com, right? YouTube, everything at Straighterade or at Straighterade_. And I had a really great time on today's panel. I really love hearing the diversity of opinions and having the back and forth discussion. And I had a really good time, particularly with you, Adam, because I felt like we had a really good back and forth.
I agree. Well, maybe Maria can set up a little menage argument. Rissa.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
I feel like you did a great job today. You took a little fire today, but you know,
That's
that
okay.
fitness, you dealt with it. What was your biggest takeaway? Where can people find you?
I really like the discussions that we have on here. I kind of feel how a lot of what everybody else said, you know? It really I don't know, it's just eye-opening, and it's nice to hear other people's opinions. I like to hear it because it helps me to think about, you know, how other people are feeling about their life and not just focus only how I'm feeling, which I think is important. You know, and I hope that none of the girls were offended by any of my comments about OnlyFans girls or doing whatever it is they want to do with their bodies. No, not really.
I hope they were.
Because they can do whatever they want
Girls
at the end of
need
the day.
reality
It's their
checks.
life. You know, I know they need reality checks, but that's not my job.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's God's job.
That's my job.
Or yours.
Thank you. And where can people find you, Rissa?
So you guys can follow my old fitness account because I'm going to start using it whenever I finish up my reinstatement of my certifications and my degree. So it's MSFITRISS. So that's Misfit Wrists.
Can we make sure that everyone's Instagrams are below?
Yes, it's below.
How are you going to do that if your phone's dead?
I'm gonna get it done.
Okay.
Thanks.
There you go. Accountability. Anyway, let's wrap up with 2 girls and 1 late car. I mean, 2 girls, 1 blonde. Sorry,
I know, traffic was
ladies.
bad.
We love them.
We love you too.
We love
We just
you.
don't stand for lateness around here.
You're right.
Okay.
Look at
I'll
that.
do better.
Look at
Spank
that.
me.
Do better.
It was bad.
See, it wasn't that hard.
That's mature.
How you say
That's
it,
mature.
Adam?
See?
Thank you for letting us come.
Whoa.
No, you go
What?
first.
She meant
I
make her
don't,
come.
I don't know if any girl's ever said that before.
Let's go.
Anyway, Jamie and Emily, you know I'm fans. You know that I would never turn you away. We will put you in the
I
kitty
thought you
seats
did,
over
and
there,
I
though.
got sad.
You what?
I got sad. I thought you did turn us away.
I did not. I actually made Natalia over here specifically text you and say,
Well, I
Thank
was
you for-
texting them already, but then you were
Okay.
like, no, make them turn around. I'm like,
I said, no,
know.
do not kick them away. Just we don't have seats for them, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, Jamie and Emily,
my
it's great to have you.
Thanks for having us.
What was your biggest takeaway of the second half of the show?
My biggest takeaway, I don't know. Everyone's talking about like clearance and Salvation Army. I'm just gonna be a free used couch on the side of the road. Like, you know,
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
plop
female
down in that seat
comedian.
any time of the day.
Yeah, I'm a female comedian, so any lucky men, any men, anyone,
Yeah.
please.
By the way, you know
I'm
where I'm
here.
going after this? Speaking of comedians, to go see Marcelo and Colin Jost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come. Thanks for inviting us.
You just got invited.
You just got invited.
Thanks.
Speaking of will come, Emily, how about you?
Oh, and you can find me at the Jamie Lee Show on Instagram and everywhere.
Emily.
My
Emily
biggest
FaceTimed me the
takeaway-
other day.
Yeah, I FaCtimed
I was
you.
busy.
And you
I was
left
doing
me
a
on
Connect
red.
call.
You left me on red,
Damn.
and you ignored my FaceTime.
That's how I do, y'all.
So
That's what you do.
Leave all these girls on red.
I think
Anyway,
me being late
it was
is
an
karma.
honor of your hairdo.
What?
On red.
Oh, on red. I'm a little slow today. Sorry.
Today? Anyway.
Most days.
Wrap it up, Em.
I think my biggest takeaway is I'm bringing Adam to all of my family dinners to argue with my family because I'm good on that shit.
Yeah.
So thank you. You will be invited to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. The likelihood
you
of me
can-
showing up is the likelihood of a turkey being pardoned at
0.0.
the White House.
We cook every Thanksgiving.
I'll come to your Thanksgiving, but your
Yeah.
family's okay.
We're working on it.
Those
okay?
OnlyFans housewives. It's like
And comedians,
Spicy.
which is perfect.
Okay.
But you can find us at Two Girls One Blunt Podcast on all streaming platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us at Laugh Boston on October 8th,
Nice.
opening for Brittney Brave, and October 25th at the Miami Improv, where we will be headlining our first show,
Nice.
Sick.
which is
When
very
is that?
exciting.
When is that? When?
Miami Improv, October 25th.
October
It's a
25th.
Wednesday. I think it's at 8
I will
p.m.
promote it on
Yeah.
Tickets are not
SOSCAST.
up
We'll
yet.
get people
They'll be
to
up
come.
in like a week.
You what?
The tickets will be up and live in like a week.
Okay.
You let me know. Send us a link. We'll
promote
drive
it.
traffic to the show, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Thank you.
Respect, and also we love Brittney Brave, so she's great. So we'll help out.
She's hilarious.
Anyway, thank you, ladies, gentlemen.
Yes.
Kevin, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I think you're a chill dude. I think you're cool. You're casual.
Thank you for
see, it's
having
hard
me.
work dealing with all these.
The boys just sat back, but you know what? That's okay.
It's hard work dealing with all
Had to
this.
listen.
100%.
But the next time
I have
all these
sister.
ladies want to go out, we're gonna jump in a Riva limousine,
Let's do
Sprinter van.
free plug Sprinter van, and we're gonna go to the club.
And
we'll
Adam's
see
gonna
that,
pay.
and I'll pay.
Great.
And I'm gonna be with all these young hot girls and all those 40-year-olds that I grew up with. I'll be like, sorry, y'all, you missed the boat.
it in the back.
Kevin, what was your biggest takeaway? Where can we find you, buddy?
Everything was very interesting, but I think, I don't know, it's crazy to say my biggest takeaway might be that most of, the women here, maybe the women outside too, would rather do OnlyFans and make $400,000 than be conservative and be a woman of value that makes less money. Crazy to say, but that's my biggest takeaway. And you can find me on Instagram at Kevin Riva.
So you're basically saying stay in school, ladies
Yeah,
and
stay in
gentlemen.
school.
Get your
No,
college
not
degree.
even school, because education again is not important. But just have some value.
And where
for
can they
yourself.
find you, Kev?
On Instagram at Kevin Riva.
And I hear great things about what you're doing over there on the limo company. So keep up the good work.
Thank
I'm sure
you.
all these ladies would love to be in the back seat of your car.
We'll set it up.
Yeah, Nat?
This guy.
Brady,
Yeah.
thank you for being here, buddy.
I
Newest
have-
talent on Valuetainment.
I had a blast. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be a part of the Valuetainment team. It was nice to be around such beautiful, talented ladies like yourself and my man right here. Keep up the good work. You're killing it. I'll be at Don't Tell Comedy tonight in Stewart. Fucking, if anybody lives in fucking Stewart, I'll be doing stand-up tonight at a museum. Yeah.
And where can people find you, Brady?
And you can find me at Brady Matthews 13 on Instagram, and then Brady Matthews 13 on X, right? X. And then also, if you like art, BradyMatthewsArt.com.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Art. Deli, where can people find you other than the side of a road selling some weed? Where can we find you?
Director Deli, dir.deli on Instagram.
Oh, we lost. Okay. There. Get the shot over there with the ladies.
Go, Deli.
That's Deli right there.
Yay.
Hey, Deli.
That's my son.
You might remember Deli from another show that occurred here on Valuetainment. Now we've hijacked him. Anyway, with that being said, Natalia Del Valle.
Yes.
Okay, your phone died. I'm slightly upset with you, but we're gonna be okay. Because I'm present for you.
Thank you.
Not only do I provide for you and protect you, look at us. I'm right here for you. You're my friend. You're like my little sister. I know that you're dealing with stuff in life right now. I'm here for you.
Thanks,
If your phone ever dies again, I'm gonna murder you. With that being said,
Thank you.
What was your biggest takeaway, Nat?
That you'll murder me. No, my biggest takeaway, I think today, I love when we talk about money on here. I think it's important. Sometimes we don't get to see some of these stats and these articles come out on a day-to-day basis. So when we're talking about inflation and the way of living, it puts in perspective where you're at in life overall as like a united. And that can kind of guide you in a direction when it comes to dating, family, financial decisions. So I love that we talked about money today. And you can follow me on, I think, just Instagram, Natalia Del Valle. That's where I'm at. So.
Not your
No
Instagram's
feet pics,
doing
no
its thing.
OnlyFans, just Instagram.
By the way, just before I give a wrap up, Emily, do you have a little puffer or anything that anyone can hit? Okay. Right.
That's one way.
Listen, these are classy girls that we find on Instagram. You asked where we find these girls, Brady. Can't make this stuff up. Anyways,
I'm gonna
guys,
follow
thank you for
everyone.
being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of the show. You can catch me, Brittney Spears, and Maria on our throuple new channel that we're going to be, since Maria's allowing me to do whatever I want to do. Yes?
¿Cómo así?
Pussy.
¿Cómo así?
I don't know how I feel.
Maria, what is going on with
What
you?
just happened?
Anyway. Maria, you good?
She's MK Ultra too.
I just said that we're getting in a relationship with Brittney Spears, and that's my happy ending. Are you ready to have some fun? Yeah.
I'm Brittney Spears.
Me, you, and Brittney Spears. We're going to hang out this weekend. Put your boyfriend's tracker, turn it off. We're about to do this thing. Are you ready or not?
Meow.
Just
happening
meow.
right now?
Just meow.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Maria just glitched, but I'm glad that we're doing it. I'm glad that we're doing it. Anyway, you guys, we can't make this shit up. Anyway, it's been a fun episode. Everyone's Instagrams are going to be linked below. Yep. It's Friday, you know.
Let's get it.
Don't speed on the highway. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Be safe out there. Save that money because you're going to need it, yes. Especially to take care of a future girlfriend or wife in your life, gentlemen.
Hide it.
Because we all know they ain't paying for you. Save that money. We out of here. Enjoy the weekend.
It's the SOSCAST, baby.